All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the long weekend. I'm kind of waking up a little bit. Bed Bath is down big. I don't know if you guys caught the news on this um, over the long weekend, but it had some pretty bleak news come out about the CFO. Uh, Markets are actually bouncing back some this morning. Hey, what's up, Gary? But yeah, man, look at Bed Bath all the way down to 725s. If you guys didn't catch the news, it's some pretty bleak news, to be honest. Today we have global composite PMI, non-manufacturing PMI, new orders, employment, and business activity numbers. Those are all going to happen roughly at like 10 a.m. market time. Yeah, so if you didn't catch what happened with Bed Bath & Beyond here, rest in peace to the CFO. Y'all can look the news up. I'll post the article if you guys want to see it. Here's the Reuters article. And yeah, it's all the way down to 725s now, so it's looking bleak. Hey, what's up, Quan? All right, so we're going to do a poll. What's up, Beach? What's up, Quan? Good morning, guys. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't already. Markets are actually kind of red or kind of green today. All right, so we're going to do a poll. Does BBBY have a chance of bouncing back after the bleak news that dropped over the weekend? Yes or no? We did a poll on our on our YouTube channel as a whole yesterday. So we did do a poll here, and we got a decent amount of votes. We had about 300 plus votes in about 18 hours. 41% think I think we're going to have a green week this week. 59% think we're going to have a red week. Let me know if there's any other big stock market news to track today. I didn't really see much. It's a holiday weekend, and so there wasn't a lot of stuff going on, but Kind of slow right now. Hey, what's up, Hammer? Jeff, what do you consider holding VWAP in a pullback so you don't buy too early? A certain candle. Well, it depends. Usually what I'm looking at. Let me see what I'm holding. I forgot. Let me see. Yeah. All right, nice little green day, which we needed here for some of my positions. Hold on one second. Let me look up some stuff real quick. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, look at Tesla pump up though. The market's actually doing pretty good aside from Bed Bath & Beyond. Look at the Q here. Here's the SPY. SPY up to 395.30. So let's see if we get back over 400. That's something that's necessary, I think, if we want the market to do well. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Hey, good morning. What do you consider holding VWAP? On which strategy are you talking about? Most of the time I'm just looking for confirmation. And so like, here's a good example. If we remove this on the SPY, this is holding VWAP. Usually what I look at is like a certain percentage over VWAP, right? If I'm shorting, if I'm going long, it's a certain, I don't want to see it break a certain percentage underneath VWAP, if that makes sense. So you can see here, like they're not really breaking over it in any significant amount. This one maybe, that one maybe, but this one's fine. Here's a little pullback on the downside. And so usually I'm looking at kind of a range around the VWAP to see if it's holding on one side or the other. But yeah, here's the SPY. A lot of green candles on the SPY right now. So yeah, I think I'll leave it like this. Yeah, do me a favor, vote on this poll here. Yeah, rip. Hey, well, man, it's green today, show, so those might be paying dividends today, man. You're pretty green today, bro, on those. We're only sitting in two things here. We're sitting in Disney and Apple. No, I'm sorry. We're sitting in Disney and Intel. We're down in Intel, but that's okay. We made a lot from our swing trades. We made money on Snap. We made money on Apple. And so we're kind of, if Intel can bounce back like we hope it does, then that'll be 3 out of 3 big swing trades over the past couple weeks. So we're going to be doing pretty solid there. Hopefully they continue. What's up, AJ? All right. I dipping down to 395s here again. Apple up to 157s. Tomorrow's actually a bigger day in the market. Today's a little slow, and that's all good. Hey, what's up, Daniel? My man. Hey. Yeah, bro, I'm ready. Nobody bring up LSU at all. I don't want to hear it. Nobody bring up LSU at all. right, so we got the Apple event is on Wednesday at 1 p.m. to watch the new iPhone. We'll see how those impact markets here. SPY up to 395.40s here. Apple up to 157s. We got Tesla up to 273. Bed Bath all the way down here on a pretty bleak catalyst. I do not talk about LSU. I don't even want to hear LSU. Yeah, man. Honestly, it'll be a rebuilding year. It's all good. I'm just kind of messing around. Oh, wait. The market's not red today. I'm tripping. Let me see. Apple to release the iPhone 14 for $1,200 on September 16th. I thought it was on 7th. I thought it was on Wednesday. I thought it was tomorrow on the 7th. They have some type of event on the 7th. It's the far out event. Yeah, so most people think it's going to come out on the 7th, which is tomorrow for Apple. They say the new phone is supposed to have a always on display, kind of like an Apple Watch, for constant lookable info that doesn't destroy your battery life. SPY pump it up a little bit. We get to pull back to the VWAP. Maybe we'll buy it and attack that upward trend. But for now, Apple pump it up a little bit at 157. It's big red day Friday, though, for these. So Friday, we had some bleak action for these. I mean, listen, sometimes blues need you to criticize them. Like, I've seen a number of questionable calls, and I'm not really one to argue with. I'm not one of those loud, angry parents who are just freaking out at the games, that are just like talking smack to the other team. I just don't think that's healthy, man. I don't think that's good. Like, you got some parents that go to games and they just constantly talk smack. They get way too into it. You know, it really brings out the worst of people, I think, sometimes in organized sports, especially with young people. But I'm not one of those parents, number one. But I have seen some refs that are suspect in terms of like whether they've been hitting the, before the game. They've been, hitting the bottle before the game. They've been a little suspect. I've seen some out there refs, to be honest. Hey, what's up, JoJo? Yeah, that's a little bit too crazy, bro. The Apple keynote tomorrow is where they reveal new products. Yeah. Silver and gold bouncing nicely. Can't wait to see how this Eagles team plays out. Hey, we'll see, man. Can we kick it? Man. Nobody even remind me of that field goal, bro. I see that was a subtle field goal joke. I don't like it, man. All right, guys. So SPY up to 395.75 here. There's some big levels I think we should watch. 397 up to 400. All the whole dollars around that, especially $400, are kind of the big levels in the SPY right now that we should be paying attention to. I think. I think those are all possible if we get a really good green day for us to move over those today. Maybe not though. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen, but I think that's something we should watch. Again, if you didn't hear the news for Bed Bath & Beyond, there's some pretty bleak news that came out for it. Just some rough news that dropped today that dropped over the weekend. We ended up posting about it on Twitter, but yeah, just some rough news, to be honest here. Some rough news if you haven't seen it yet. Their CFO fell to his death, unfortunately. And, again, I mean, listen, it's been a pretty rough few weeks for the company. They've got a lot of criticism, a lot of, it's been kind of rough, I don't have an iPhone. I'm an Android guy, Tyre, but I like Apple stock, ironically enough. All right, guys. So Bed Bath, we have 720s. I'm looking at Earnings Whisper. I don't think we have any big stuff today. Not anything major. We might have something after the bell. Not really any big earnings. Tomorrow is when the big earnings kind of start. We got Neo earnings tomorrow morning. We've got GameStop earnings tomorrow evening. So those are two big catalysts here. Thursday, nothing really big. DocuSign maybe. And then Oracle next week. Nothing super big next week either. I think we got some big, the week after this is when the CPI data drops next week. That'll always be big. We always get that's September 13th. So that is next Tuesday. So in exactly a week from now, CPI data drops. They don't know yet. Get it by any means. I'm assuming, it was the former. But nobody really knows. Bank of America's launching a 0 down payment. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, most people lease phones. Daniel. I like the joke and all, but man. Good joke though. I give it a solid 8 out of 10, but terrible news. CRISPR. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go run to the restroom real quick. While I do that, y'all give me a vote and let me know what's your green or red week this week. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick and then, let me know green or red week this week and why. Here's the question here. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Everybody got bored not being able to trade yesterday, so green day today, but will fall as the week goes on. Red bear bull market, bullish on anything that has to do with CRISPR. Yeah, man, I didn't see any video, but man, hopefully it's not out there. That's terrible. Market's pulling back a little bit. I might buy this dip. We'll see. Still got a little bit of time, but I might buy this dip. Let me know if I should. Looking at Twitter. Any other big news today? We do have the Aapl event going out tomorrow. Apple's a big far out event. Apple's big event happens tomorrow where they will probably debut the new iPhone. Calls or puts? Do me a favor, hit the like button as well. We're also going to do a poll here. All right, guys. Calls or puts on Apple? We got this poll going live as well on Twitter. Vote on this poll if you haven't already. Not really any big. We got GameStop earnings this week. That's the only really big earnings. We don't really get big earnings until like October. We got some big earnings here. Like if we look at this week and next week, like there's some stuff, but nothing really big. We got Neo earnings tomorrow morning, GameStop earnings tomorrow evening. We've got Costco earnings the 22nd, so in a couple weeks. But everything's pretty slow, to be honest here, up until next week. Everything's pretty slow in terms of earnings until like really, if I'm being honest, until like October. You know, we got BlackBerry earnings Tuesday, the 27th. But there's not really any huge earnings reports. Bed Bath has earnings Wednesday, the 28th. I'm looking at some other stuff. Nothing else really big, though, man. I'm looking at earnings. We don't really have any big earnings for the next couple weeks. Most of the big earnings come. We've got MU. Okay, so we start to hit some big earnings at the end of September. We got MU earnings, Nike earnings. Monday the 30th. Or no, Monday the 3rd. Tuesday. So yeah, we don't really have any big earnings. We do have some fundamental stuff coming out next week though. I'm looking at all the other stuff here. It looks like in about a month from now is when the big earnings come. But I mean, I'm all the way in October. They're not actually reporting them yet. We'll have to see. Pepsi Thursday. Yeah, so I might buy this little dip in the market if we get something good. We'll see. Unity. Did Unity change? Oh. Okay, it's a different Unity. Here's the Q at 297s. Like mid-September or mid-October is really where the big earnings come out. but none of them are confirmed yet. So we'll see when all these companies drop. The big ones start like October 18th. We got some stuff off and on until then. That's when like Netflix, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, all the big stuff drops that week of October essentially. Will Neo rise or fall after earnings? Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Yeah, we do live chat every week, Patrick. Every week, bro. We do live chat, man. Oh man. The dollar up again? That's not good. We don't want to see the dollar up. We're also going to do a poll right here. And we're going to ask you guys. Is the market in green today? Yes or no? Is the SPY or E-mini in green today? Yes or no? That's the poll today. We're going to keep it simple. We got Bed Bath popping up a little bit. Let me know if you're buying this dip in Bed Bath. That's the real question. Are you buying this Bed Bath dip? I think is the question today. Let me know. Let me know. Are you buying this Bed Bath dip? If we're looking at actual like releases here, we do have some economic releases this week too. Today on Thursday, not tomorrow. We have mortgage rates dropping tomorrow morning. We got exports and imports, trade balances dropping tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. And then moving forward from that, we'll have Thursday. We got jobless claims dropping, and then Jerome Powell is speaking Thursday at 9:10 a.m. What's he speaking on? All right, so yeah, he's set to speak on the. Is this the Fed minutes? No, not the Fed minutes. Fed minutes is already out, I think. But yeah, he is speaking on September 8th. So the day after tomorrow, Thursday. We also have import-export prices, so that'll be a big day. Thursday for sure will. Hey, what's up, Pawn? What's up, John? Good morning to you, sir. Bed Bath, CFO. Yeah, that's crazy, honestly. All good. Yeah, we could do a Neo poll. Let's go ahead and do one, man. Y'all do me a favor, though. If I'm doing the polls that you request, y'all give your boy a follow on Twitter and vote on these polls, man. We do a bunch of polls every day. Top 3 poll makers in the world right now. But yeah, vote on the polls. Give me a follow on Twitter. There's the link. Check it out. And yeah, we're going to do our Neo poll right now. I'm watching to see if y'all follow me, and if y'all don't follow me, I'm not going to do the poll, you know? right, so we got our Neo poll live as well, team. We did get our Neo poll live. Dude, the markets start early where you live, mate. The markets are open right now, bro. Bed Bath is down to 720s. We got Apple at 157. SPY currently right over VWAP at 297.50s. Tesla at 273s. So yeah, look, there's the poll right there. Vote on the poll. Vote. There's the Neo poll. Yeah, you might be right, boss man. You know, we're just covering the news, which is really sad, unfortunate news. We don't really have any big earnings today either, man. Wednesday, Neo, GameStop. Tomorrow, we got some big ones tomorrow. Oh, we got American Eagle tomorrow. GameStop earnings are tomorrow, right? Let me make sure. Yeah. Yeah, all good, James. No worries, man. All right, so we're looking at this poll. Does the SPY and E-mini end green today? 55% think yes, 45% think no. All right, so 71% say BBBY does not have a chance to bounce back. 29% think it does. We did our Neo poll about a minute ago, guys. Vote on that poll. We're a complete 50-50 split. 50% say calls, 50% say puts. All right, guys. So what are y'all watching today, man? We got Apple. Let me know if you're buying the Bed Bath & Beyond dip. The Apple conference is tomorrow. We also have GameStop. That should be in our watch today, I think. Nasdaq so high. I don't know. This BBBY. CEO resigned. Hey, what's up, Beach Bum? Yeah, let me know you're buying the BBBY dip. All right, guys. So yeah, so let me know if you're buying the dip on the SPY, the Q, Apple up there, 157s. Anything else moving today? I mean, I'm looking at a gappers list. It's a holiday weekend, so it's probably going to be a little bit slower. Kind of checking up on some recent stock market news to see if we got anything else big coming out today. We got a few gappers. If we're looking at like AIH gapping up a little bit, but nothing really here. Let me look at pre-market session. Let me see what we get. We got ISEE that started to run earlier, but it didn't have a ton of volume here. You can see ISEE though. Honestly, it looked like it got some good volume. Now ISEE is gapping up heavily here. Let's look to see if we can find the catalyst for this. To see why this one is moving like it is. We'll put this up. Whoa, dude, my wife turned on my monitors. Oh. There we go. And I got my fiber optic set up, so we're going to be canceling Comcast very soon. We love to see it. It's a glorious day. Yeah, so this is so they're trading higher. The company announced its Gather 2 Phase 3 trial of Zumera met its primary endpoint for ISEE. So this one is gapping up a little bit here. You can see the catalyst there. This is the ISEE catalyst. You can see this was gapping up. I'm looking at the float size here. The float is about 117 million. Not really a short float to talk about, though. So not really a super high short float. But yeah, you can see ISEE ripping up big. So the Fed, yeah, man, ridiculous game. CT, still kind of mad about it. Buying the dip heavily. A lot of people buying the Bed Bath dip. Bloomberg is saying we have one last dip. Hey, what's up, gangster? Hey, what's up, man? But yeah, let me know if y'all are buying it. Have you compared the 2008 S&P crash with the present S&P chart? You really should. Let me look at the TOS trick. I know there's a way to do like, there's a way to compare TOS to another symbol. I'm trying to figure out what it is. There's a way to, there's a language in ThinkorSwim that allows you to compare it with something else, right? So like I can compare, I thought it was like you put a slash next to it. No. No. Maybe it's the backward dash. Let me try this. No. There's a way to do it. I have to look it up. I'm looking it up now, but there's a way to do it. I'll give you guys it once I figure it out. There is a specific language for it. I'm trying to look this up now. There used to be a way to do it. Oh, well, maybe you guys know in chat, but there used to be a way to do that. No. Studies compare. Yeah, that I had to trace my screen on the paper, then transfer it. Yeah. But no, there's another way. It's in the language and how you type it. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's in the language of how you type the symbol, though. I used to think it was like... No. There used to be another way. I just can't remember it. It's all good. Here's the SPY. SPY at 395s here. Let's see if we bounce. All right, guys. Apple at 157 here. We got Bed Bath at 730s. Anything else moving that we should watch today? I'm looking at stock market news. Market Watch is usually a pretty good spot for it. Looking at the latest news. Stocks are running up on post-Labor Day action here. We're also looking at Benzinga too. That studies compare. Comparison. Yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah, but how do you add another chart to this? I see it. Oh, wait, I think this is it. Look, look, look. Here it is. Look. That's it right there. This is what it was. I don't even think you need this. I think you could just do like this. Like, look. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, I figured out the language, man. It took me a little bit. Okay, so like, look, if you want to look at, it doesn't even, you don't even need this comparison thing. Like, I can remove this, and I'm just going to put my basic VWAP at 200 moving average chart. But like, look, so you can look at both of them here. So you can look at a mix of both of them here. Look at this. So I didn't know if y'all realized you could do this. There's the SPY. All right, if I want to look at the SPY compared to Meta, I can put a little dash or a little hyphen, and I type in Meta here, and it'll give me both, you know. And so you can see kind of the SPY mixed with Meta average, and look how you do it. This is what I was talking about. So you could all, like, if you look at the SPY, SPY had a pretty red day Friday. Meta had a red day. If we look at SPY hyphen Meta, it still looks a little off, a little iffy, but hey. Hey, what's up, Udans? Let's try the SPY and then the Q. Basically neutral. Or we could do the Q mixed with Meta. That's what it does. So it tells you the difference, right? So it gives you the average difference, right? So if you want to see how much better, here's a good example. Here's the SPY versus the SQQQ. I'll have to keep playing with it a little bit more, but that's how you do it, I think. All right, there's the SPY. I've been really enjoying using my 200 moving average as well. That's just worked amazing, to be honest. My 200 moving average. What's up, Lowell? Y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We got 67 likes. Let's try to pump up and get over 100 likes before 7 a.m. if we can. Let's keep growing, guys. We certainly appreciate the support. Yeah, what did y'all think about Lord of the Rings? What do y'all think of Lord of the Rings, man? We got our Middle Earth / medieval stuff. I got to go with Game of Thrones though. Game of Thrones is just better. It's more adult. Like I watched Lord of the Rings with my kids, and then I watched Game of Thrones with my wife, and so you know. Yeah, DWIC. I see Pawn dropping something about DWIC. Shareholders haven't backed the extension from the T deal, and it's down to 1920s here. So let me know what you guys think about that. Here's the SPY. Again, we're at 395s roughly here. I think 400 could be a reasonable test. We could, if we dip down to the 200 moving average and stay here, I might buy this dip as we get the opening bell. Well, it's a new cast, but it's the same character. Some of them are the same characters as the OG, as the movies. So some of them are the same characters, but they were good, bro. I liked them, man. People complain too much. You got to go in it with low expectations here. You know, like I enjoyed them. I enjoyed both Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, to be honest. HBO released the first episode of House of Dragon. Really? On YouTube? Oh, they did release it, man. Nice. All right, guys. So Tesla's 273s. SPY up to 395s here. All right, guys. Bed Bath at 730s. Apple's still up there. Bed Bath down to 730s here, though, guys. Again, let me know if you're buying the dip. It's at 730s now. We might actually buy this dip in the SPY as we can now. We're going to go ahead and buy or try to get in with 25 shares. All right, we're in with 25 shares on the SPY here. Buying the dip. We're right around the 200 moving average and the VWAP. Seems like a reasonable enough dip buy for me to want to get involved with. Hey, what's up, Chris? Good morning, bro. Don't even remind me of of the LSU game, bro. Honestly, we showed a little bit of heart and grit. Props to us, but that loss is hard to accept. Yeah, so we're in the dip. Bed Bath back up to the 200 moving average is at 740s here, 740s. All right, guys. So getting a little bit of volume here. Tesla under the VWAP. SPY at 394s. Apple at 157s here. Let's see if Apple can get back. Again, we bought the dip. We might add a little bit more to it. We're only at 25 shares as we speak here. And we'll see if we get anything else pushing for this. GameStop here. Yeah, GameStop has earnings tomorrow along with NEO here. GameStop down. NEO up a little bit. Bed Bath at 750s. Tesla still trying though. It's at 272s. What's up, InCal? I'm still bummed. Yeah, our O-line is weak. Our offensive line was weak. Our defense was very weak. I like our new quarterback. Daniels look good. So I like Daniels. He looked good. He's got some legs on him, man. He did really well. And so I liked our QB. O-line needs work, man. It seems like LSU is always just plagued with. It seems like Louisiana football teams are always just plagued with bad offensive linemen, where like they're just putting in too many holes, bro. There's too many holes. They're getting through way too easily, and it's unfortunate. Like we gotta. I think in these rebuilding years, we really gotta. I know the O-line seems to be something that not a lot of people harp over, and not a lot of people really go out and really recruit heavily for. But I think the offensive line, if we can get a solid O-line, I think we're going to be doing great, especially with our QB. But it's early, man. With this year, we always kind of knew it was going to be a struggle. We got a new coach, lost a lot of people. Miles Brennan did the B move and kind of quit weeks before the season was supposed to start. So Miles Brennan retired from football weeks before the season started, which was kind of just a jerk move, bro. Like he could have at least finished it. Like if he was going to quit, he should have quit like 8 months ago, but he announces that he's retiring from football like a month before the season starts. And so it's just kind of, but with that said, I thought our QB did good. But yeah. Yeah, man. Crazy, Chris. Crazy, bro. So yeah, here's our Twitter link if you want to give us a follow on Twitter. Here's our Twitter. Give us a follow. We got a lot of polls. We got a NEO poll. We got an Apple poll. We've got a BBBY poll. Vote on the polls. Let us know what you guys think. Too much fried food. Hey, that's Louisiana. All right, guys, so we're still in the SPY. Bed Bath's starting to bounce up a little bit. It's at 740s right now. Let's see if we can get over 750. We got the 200 moving average right around here, and I think this is a big level to watch. We'll see if we hold. We're in the SPY with small share sizes, and yeah, bro. Yeah, I do agree with what Pawn said, though, which is that yeah, the DBs were struggling, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, bro. Rest in peace to the man. Seriously. Sad to see. All right, guys. So yeah, we're in the SPY. I might add a little bit to an Apple position as well. We ended up cutting out of Apple last week, so we're finally out of flat on Apple. We had a beautiful swing trade on that one also. We're also in Disney as well. Kind of break even from Disney. Nothing huge in terms of L's from Disney. Just kind of sitting back, letting things roll here. We're in Intel as well. I might start to DCA a little bit more into Intel. Intel's our only swing trade position at this point in time. So I don't mind kind of adding to Intel, trying to help my average a little bit. Still in the SPY, trying to let that bounce here. What are your favorite swing trades right now, guys? Y'all have any good swing trades? I don't see anything else. I see a few penny stocks that are running today, specifically ISEE. Up to 1340s. 1340s. We got FWBI here at 430s. Just broke over VWAP. ONVO gapping up and then pulling back a little bit. We got Ruby here gapping up some. ENTX, NLSP. AVCT was one that was talked about last week, but still pretty slow. SPY's starting to come back a little bit here, though, it looks like. So SPY's starting to come back some. We'll see if it continues. Again, we bought the little dip, slightly green in it. We're going to see if this pops. Here's Tesla. Bed Bath up to 740s. Hey, what's up, Rod? Hey, what's up, Emmanuel, my man? Yeah. Again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish. No, I didn't go to the movies, bro. We were busy doing stuff, man. I would have though. It's been a busy week for us though. All right, so we're slightly green on the SPY. Starting to move up a little bit here. Starting to be green here. There's Apple at 156. All right, guys, so we're a little bit green. Starting to head up a little bit here. Tesla's starting to rebound some. Bed Bath is still up there, though. Bed Bath is at 740s, trying to break 750s. We'll see if it does. I like 395s. Let's see if 395s holds. Bed Bath is up there, too. Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond had the guy, had the CFO, you know, had the thing. We're not going to be too descriptive about it, but yeah, rest in peace to the CFO of Bed Bath and Beyond. Unfortunate, man. Um, you know, seriously unfortunate. So sorry to hear that. But yeah, the stock is down big from it. Yeah, so kind of break even here. All right, so Netflix is banning crypto ads on its upcoming basic subscription tier. All right, guys. Apple dipping down right under to the 200 moving average here. Let me know if you're buying this dip up too. What's up, TD? Hey, good morning to you as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's super odd, to be honest, because he was with a bunch of other companies. MVIS running. Someone asking what DCA is. DCAing is dollar cost averaging, right? It's just averaging into a position. DCAing technically just means that you are taking periodic buys regardless of price every specific time interval that you have. So you could go by weeks, months, days. You could say, hey, I'm going to buy 50 shares of Tesla every day for the next week to dollar cost average in over a week-long period. It's essentially what DCAing is. Hey, good luck, OJ. Yeah, September is usually a pretty rough month for stocks. Yeah, man. Yeah, Disney potential offering on the books here. That's an interesting thing to talk about today as well. Disney offering. Disney filed for a mixed shelf offering, right? Let me look at the exact news. So Disney, they filed for a mixed shelf offering. They didn't discuss the terms, and this was on Friday as well. So here is Disney as of today, and Disney is slightly green in pre-market, slightly green, not anything crazy, but slightly green in pre. We'll make these charts a little bit bigger. I actually think this will be a lot better for my charting. If I can do this, this will actually make it so that people can see the charts that are on the bottom screen as well here. I think that's probably the best move. If I have something underneath it, there we go. Now you can actually see it. I can actually raise this up so you can see this as well. So yeah, Disney filed for a mixed shelf offering. They didn't discuss the terms. It's dilution. It's dilution, Menina. So they're going to add more shares to it. But again, with a company like Disney, you can dilute your company and it can be okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It brings in more money for them as well, is what it does. So it brings in more money for them. All right, guys, SPY dipping, down testing, VWAP again. Bed Bath still trying to come back here. We'll see if it actually does. Still trying to. Yeah, September is the lowest volume month of the year. Lowest liquidity as well. Yeah, ISEE is moving if you're looking at pennies. They had good trial results, I believe, was what this was. So positive trial results for this one. We'll see if they continue. What's up, Ramsey? Morning, boss. Hey, good luck. Yeah, DCAing is something that you should probably focus more on large caps. Again, you can do it with small caps, and a lot of people always end up arguing with me about this, and that's okay. The reality of it is, small caps are very risky. Most of them fail, right? So like you can DCA into like large caps or equities, or large cap equities or futures. You know, like the E-mini, micro E-mini, the NQ. You can do it stuff like that, and it can usually turn out well if you can, as long as you're willing to hold as long as you need to. You know, the beautiful thing about blue chip companies, and this is something that people severely underestimate, blue chips, futures contracts. We're going to be trading futures as well today. But the big thing that people miss is that the reality of it is, if you can hold some of these blue chips, some of these long-term, really healthy, successful companies long-term, then you can DCA pretty safely into a lot of these. Like, most of the time they're going to end up coming back. Now, if and when is a completely different story. Nobody really knows exactly when they're going to come back, but if you can hold it for a few years and DCA on big drops, you know, the real way to do it is just wait for big drops, and then when stuff's really bloody, you DCA into it. It's what I did recently with I did it with Apple, I did it with Disney, I did it with a few different things. I'm holding Intel with that right now. You know, you need to have a specific risk level, though. You can't just say, I'm just going to hold it forever no matter what. Usually, you gotta establish a risk level. You can do it with the SPY, with the E-mini. Again, I'm not telling you should, but I'm saying, you know, for whatever reason, I see a lot of young retail traders average into penny stocks long term and just lose everything. They just lose everything, and it's because, you know, I think certain people are more influenced by sensationalism and nonsense out there. And I think more people are just tricked by penny stock catalysts in marketing and advertising. You know, most penny stocks are terrible companies. There's a reason that they're cheap. There's a reason they're penny stocks. There's a reason that they have small caps, which is just less valuable companies. There's a reason for that. It's because they're less successful. They're less guaranteed. There's more risk. And so if you average into a penny stock long term, a lot of the time you're just going to be averaging in as it drops down to inevitably go to zero, which is where a lot of these go. Not always, but most of the time they're going to fail. And that's something that you have to look at objectively if you're going to invest in stocks. Understand, penny stocks fail. Even if you got some YouTuber telling you that it's the greatest thing ever, most of the time they're wrong. I don't think they're trying to mislead you. I think most of the time they're just wrong. You know, I've known a lot of big traders, a lot of influencers that really love specific penny stocks. And unfortunately, if you look at their track record, most of the time they're wrong and the stocks fail, unfortunately. And it is what it is. And you got to look at it objectively, you know. I'm certainly not telling you to buy Intel. I have no idea what Intel's going to do. Maybe Intel just crashes down. But yeah. John, what is your 18-month outlook on Disney? I mean, I like Disney long term. I think Disney's pretty cheap at the 110, 112 level right here. I think this is very cheap for Disney, but I might be wildly wrong, and maybe Disney just crashes for all I know. I really have no idea. My SPY trade, I'm down $10 on this too, but we've had a really good week last week, so it's all good here. We'll hold this. We're under the 200 moving average right now, and we're just going to try to be patient. It is a holiday weekend, we're just going to try to be patient here and just chill. I don't know. I think AMC and GameStop are a little bit different than that, Larry. I think that the movements there are a little bit different. I think the following that AMC and GameStop have make it different. You know, like one of these penny stocks, they don't have traders propping it up. Like with AMC and GameStop, when AMC starts to dip down to like the teens, I think that's pretty cheap for AMC. Or historically before the split, I don't know what you would call it now. But historically before the split, when AMC started to dip down to $10, $11, $12, I called that bounce, man. I told people, hey, and I don't think it was a squeeze play for AMC. I think it was more so just a following play. I think it just had a huge following, you know. And so if you look at this AMC and Ape now, you know, you add them two together, it makes AMC about $13, you know, about $13 a share now. And I don't know if you think that's value there, let me know. It might be, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, I think AMC is a little bit different. I think it's going to be harder for AMC to fail, you know, than it is for some of these penny stocks, just because of the huge size of the community and the following that they have. You know, they've got a lot of supportive people. Most penny stocks just don't have that. Like, some come close to it, but most penny stocks just don't have that. And so again, I'm not pumping up AMC. AMC might just crash down. I think it's got a tough road, but I think you got to look at it in that regard. We're going to cut this and get out and take our $15 loss and then rethink it. But AMC's starting to pump back up. With that said, well, yeah, if you look at the hot lifetime highs versus the recent price, sure, it's going to look pretty rough. Yeah, it's always important to establish a risk level before you get into anything. Like, establishing a risk level is incredibly important, regardless of how confident you are in the position, right? You got to give your line in the sand level, the level at which you're no longer willing to hold it. And, you know, that's not everywhere, man. It takes time. Like, nobody knows exactly when they want to hold and when they want to get out. A lot of people get really stubborn. Yeah, I'm not telling people to average down in anything. I don't think you should average down in any small cap or any penny stock or like smaller market cap stock. I don't think averaging in is smart in any of those. I'm not. Those aren't really an average in play. The only thing I'm averaging into are large blue chips: Apple, Disney, Amazon. You know. Those are the only things that I'm willing to average into, because I think that most of the time, if you are not smart, you can just average in until you destroy your account, you know. And so I think if you're going to average into anything, it needs to be guaranteed success companies. Like, it needs to be companies that are not going to fail. It's obvious they're not going to fail, and companies that are down heavy is when I average in. Like, if a stock drops 30% and it's a blue chip that we know is going to be around in 20 years, that's when I might start to DCA into those things. I might start to average in. I might buy up and wait for the next day and buy up again, and then just wait for the stock to bounce back some, which it usually will. It's one of the most guaranteed strategies in the market. But with that said, I'm not guaranteeing it's going to work for you. It's just, that is a proven strategy that works, as long as you're willing to hold it for years if you need to, I think. You know, so you got to be careful with the amount of buying power that you use in the trade to make sure you're not locking up buying power for years that you're going to need. But that's one of those positions where it's like, that's the job. You find healthy long-term companies and then you average into those, and it usually works really well, you know. If I'm willing to lose 10K, I'm willing to make 100. Sure, with a penny stock, sure. But again, you got to understand your odds are low. You know, your odds are low. Most of them fail, you know. Yeah, good luck with BBBY. And BBBY is cheap right now, man. I think with the I think Bed Bath & Beyond has a big following too. Of course, I'm not telling you to buy it, but I think it looks cheap down here. I think you're going to have a lot of traders that are thinking buy the dip right now. And so I'm curious to see what happens with this one as well. Who knows? Should I cover the Aapl far out event? What time is the Aapl far out event? All right, so it's going to start at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. So that's about, so 1 p.m. market time. Should we cover it? I mean, we can cover it, but we're also going to be focused on a lot of big things that happened yesterday or tomorrow. Neo earnings, GameStop earnings, and then we can cover this as well if you guys want. So we can cover it and just watch how the stock reacts to it if you guys want. AMC pumping up a little bit, though. There's Tesla. SPY back up a little bit here. We'll see if it continues to hold. I view trading as getting on the roller coaster early to catch the ride and jump out when it starts to go the wrong way. Yeah. Trading is more so betting on probabilities. I know that you're just using an analogy, and so I'm kind of using what it actually is. But I think trading is betting on analogies, betting on probabilities. And so I think you got to look at things. One thing that benefited me was poker. Like poker, it's pure numbers. Poker, you're just looking at the numbers. And so you're trying to see what has the best probability of success, and then you're going with that, regardless of what your short-term outlook or your short-term outcome might be. I mean, you got to go with the higher odd play, the plus EV play, which is plus expected value, which means that, like, regardless of what happens on this specific instance of this trade, long-term, if you continue to take positions like this, you're going to come out positive in the end, right? Like, that's the mindset of a poker player. And so I think in stock trading, you got to do the exact same thing. I think you have to look at things and say, hey, if I do this consistently long-term, what's the probability of success? And you got to go with the high probability plays, the plus EV plays. That's kind of what you got to do. And that's the important thing to understand is that, penny stocks are not good probability plays. They're not high probability plays. And so, sure, you can justify it with saying, oh, well, I'll lose 9 out of 10 times. But the 1 out of 10 times I win will justify it. And maybe that's true, but you get a random distribution of that. Do you have the money to gamble and lose 9 out of 10 times? Most people don't. And most people don't have the mental capability to do that as well. Most people don't have the mindset to do that either. And so it's just kind of getting into losses and it kind of destroys them. And it's very difficult to do. Most people can't. I can't personally get into any positions like that. But it's an important thing to understand. You got to just be smart and not force things, and it is what it is. Ten Jack, 10 Jack suited. What? One of my favorite hands. GameStop earnings are tomorrow evening. Yeah, CRSP or CR. What was it? CRISPR. Yeah, CRSP. What's the hype with this one, man? I've heard you mention it a few times. Get it? What's the deal with this one? What's going on? Is it good? Let me know. I'm interested in it, bro. Let me know the news, man. I'm curious. What do y'all think about the $1,200 Apple iPhone coming out? Justifiable or no? But what's going on with CRISPR? Get it? Educate me, sir. ENP push. If the drug gets FDA approval, it'll be the biggest thing in medicine. 13 Pro cost me $1,700. Yeah, I used a flip phone back in the day too, bro. I used to have the flip phone. I used to have the Nokia brick. So I was about you press 5 buttons just to get the letter you need. All right, so market's consolidating here. If we get back over the 200 moving average in the VWAP, I might buy that dip. But for now, we're mostly just consolidating. It might also be a slow day considering everything that's going on here. I have an Android. I'm an Android guy, you know. So I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. Okay, got you. Get it. But yeah, man, those are just understand those are very difficult catalysts to bet on. You know, like sure, if it gets FDA approval, it could go crazy. If it doesn't, it'll probably crash. And so that's the risk of biotech companies looking for FDA approvals. Is like, yeah, if they get FDA approval, sure, they could run huge and go crazy. If they don't, then it's the exact opposite, and they essentially just crash back down. You know, and the other thing about biotechs, very sensational catalysts, very sensationalized catalysts. They you know, everybody's talking about it's the newest and best thing. It's the best thing to change medicine in a long time. You hear it a lot in biotechs. And again, the risk is that if it works, sure, it can be huge money. If it doesn't, you know, they crash and it gets really rough. All right, guys. So yeah, SPY at 394.40s. Yeah, I think I paid $1,400 for this one, for this phone. So I paid about $1,400 for this one, for the Z Fold. You know, the one that I got, the foldable phone that you can fold and open, and you know, you can use it as basically an iPad, but you could also use it as a phone too, and I can just say hello, you know. So yeah, that 1 in 1,000 plays lotto style 100%. Hey, what's up, Cliff? I think options are probably the safest bet for biotechs, because it's one of those things where you can get in, you can buy a cheap option contract without risking, you know, and if you lose, you just lose your option. And it can just be a lot cheaper than losing the share equivalent, if that makes sense, you know. All right, guys, Bed Bath at 735s here, 735s. Also, guys, speaking of swing trading here, y'all check out Alpha Insider, man. Alpha Insider is really useful because it can essentially help you track swing trades. So if you want to follow like profitable swing trading strategies, there's a lot of really good traders here, and it's a completely free platform to use. So you can use it for free, and you can subscribe to different traders and kind of watch what they're doing here. Like you can see, this guy's up about 84% over the last 5 years. Just on the year, he's up about 41.5%. And so I can click him, see what trades he's getting involved with and where, and it'll kind of give me a full little rundown on why he took to take those trades. It kind of gives you a full breakdown on why he decided to take the trades, where he decided to take the trades. And so a really interesting way to kind of backtest traders and look to see which traders are actually doing, you know, what you want here. You can look at this guy. He's up over 900% of the last 5 years. And they do it with crypto, with oil, gas, futures, equities, all that good stuff, you know. And so again, check them out. Super useful platform. Really interesting platform to kind of figure out what is working in markets, kind of what is ending green and what is ending red, and kind of looking at this and tracking this. You can kind of see this guy's up about 40% of the last year. And you can kind of load, and there's tons of traders here that you can check out. Some are doing good, some are not doing great, but you know, again, this guy's up 104% over 5 years. He's up about 33% on the year. The S&P 500 gives you 8, 12 maybe on good years. And so again, if y'all want to check out Alpha Insider, really dope free platform to use. And yeah, I'll put this link out if you want to go check it out. Great way to help support your boy here. They are a sponsor of our video. And yeah, really interesting platform, to be honest. Really useful. Check it out. Stonk is free. It's just a social media platform, Joshua. I talked to them about when they're going to launch it. They are going to launch it in Stonk. They're going to launch it late September is when they were late this month is when they're looking at. All right, guys. SPY dipping down some more here. SPY continuing to dip. Yeah, I don't know. I spent a lot on a phone the last purchase I made, and so it's just kind of one of those things where it's like I don't know if I'm gonna be willing to spend that much. I certainly the next phone I get, I'm just gonna pay outright because like I have the financial means to just pay for a phone myself, and then I could even write it off. Um, but it's just a lot easier to do that than it is to pay the interest that you're gonna get on a phone. You know. All right, guys, Tesla falling down here as well. Do you think the market rebounds here? The previous closing price on the SPY is right around 392.25. 392.25. Q breaking down. A breaking down here. So we got some drops. See if we get us some bounce back ups. 394 seems like a reasonable bounce level here. Yeah, Ian. I feel you, man. Yeah, I got the iPhone 11. Yeah. Apple charges no interest on their monthly payment plan. Oh, Android does, man. I think they do at least. I'm probably about to just pay mine off. Honestly, I got my daughter. The only reason I keep an actual cell phone carrier is because, like, when I stream and I'm on vacation, the Verizon Wi-Fi, like mobile hotspot, is good enough to power my entire stream for hours, right? So it makes it this thing where it's like I used to run into trouble when I was traveling because my internet wasn't good enough, right? I didn't have good enough internet. So when I was trying to stream on vacation, say I'm somewhere at a hotel or whatever, my internet would just give out and I wouldn't be able to stream, and it would basically shut down my streams for the entire day, regardless of what was going on. It was unfortunate. But nowadays, the mobile hotspots are so good that they can literally power my entire stream for hours. And so I don't need hotel Wi-Fi anymore when I go on vacation. And so with that, I kind of keep my phone plan just for that specific reason. I can write it off, and it powers my stream if I need it to. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason. Aside from that, though, I got my daughter a phone plan. She's got a Verizon phone plan. It's like $75 a month, unlimited data. Works perfectly. You know what I mean? And so if I didn't need that, I would just get a $75 no contract Verizon plan. Just do it that way. Pay month by month and do it that way. They're a lot better than the actual carriers anyway, most of the time. I paid around $1,400. Yeah. All right, guys, vote on the poll. Does the SPY end green today, team? Does the market end green? Yeah. I'm on. Yeah. The other thing was with internet too. I had a local fiber optic company in my neighborhood install fiber optic, and I am running very good speeds right now. Very good speed. So I am running fiber optic, and it's better than Comcast. And so I can actually cancel Comcast now, which I will be doing sometime in the next couple of days. If we just look at my speed, I'm not going to show you guys anything else. I have one ping. This is my internet speed right now. So I'll give you a second. It might, hopefully it doesn't lag a little bit for it, but I've got amazing internet right now. Just amazing internet right now. It's $90 a month for no contract fiber optic internet. Zero contract. I don't get locked into a sleazy contract. It's $90 a month. It's way cheaper than Comcast ever was. And again, this is my internet right now. I literally have one ping. It's up to 1,000. This is my internet right now. Just ran the test just now. That is my internet. So I am running 929 download speed, 950 basically upload speed, $90 a month, one ping. And so $90 a month. Local internet company here. I don't think it's nationwide yet. Nope, not speed. Yeah, that's speed test. Nope, not Starlink. It's a company called Takis is what it's called. $90 a month, no contract. It's gonna feel really good to cancel Comcast too, bro. But just way better internet. Like for me as a streamer, upload speed is the most important, right? And with Comcast, I was running like 35. Now I'm running at almost 1,000. So just better internet. Anyway, SPY at 394 is here. We're still on a green day, but it's a bleak green day here. Again, if you didn't catch the Bed Bath & Beyond news, they lost their CFO, unfortunately, to a tragic accident, and Bed Bath stock is not reacting positively to this. A lot of people have some opinions on this. Let me know what yours are in chat. Vote on the poll as well. Do you think the market ends green today? And yeah, we'll see what we get. It should be an interesting day, man. The market is technically green on the day. We had a pretty red, bleak Friday, man. The market essentially just crashed all the way back down Friday. We're going to be trading the E-mini, the NQ today, so we are going to be trading futures as well and stocks. So we're going to trade futures and stocks today, so don't worry. But yeah, the SPY is at 394s here. We would like to see it back over VWAP, though. Recently, we have dipped under the 200 moving average, under the volume weighted average price. And yeah, it's not looking great here. So we'll see if we bounce back. We are technically green on the day here. Apple has their event tomorrow. Here's Meta. So Meta's up there. Disney announced a split Friday. So they announced a mixed shelf offering. Not a split. They announced a mixed shelf offering Friday. And so they are going to sell shares. They didn't disclose any terms aside from that, though. So, you know, they did announce it, but they didn't actually discuss any terms from it. And so, yeah, we're watching Disney. We'll see what we get on that front. And again, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, all good. All good. Get it. Yeah, we're checking that out one for sure, though, bro. I'm definitely checking it out. Regarding CRISPR, I'll have to look into it. I'll look into it a little bit more today. A doctor came out and said she perfected it and cured over 100K over an 8-year period. They gave all companies $1 billion in grants. Yeah, I think, though, for that, you got to just be careful, because I think there's a lot of sensationalism, especially with these big pharmaceutical companies. Like, a lot of the time, they have to put these rumors out there to get people to get behind them, you know? And so you don't really, any rumor I'm skeptical of, you know? But I'm not saying it's not going to do great. Again, I'm just skeptical of any biotech company that puts out stuff like that, just because I think you have to be in the stock market or you can get yourself in trouble, you know? SPY starting to rebound back a little bit here. Here's Tesla up to 272s here. So Tesla trying to bounce back up. Bed Bath is at 720s here, 720s. So we're watching that. We have Disney up there also. Yeah, Meta and Instagram Ireland fined $400 million. Hey, what's up, Juan? Hey, what's up, Ball? Yeah, man. Wait, did he, Chris? The CFO did? 14,000? He did the same thing as what's his face? I mean, but isn't that okay? I mean, isn't he allowed to do that? Like, doesn't it? Like, listen, if he wants to sell his shares, they're his shares, right? Or does he? Or was he going to get in trouble for that? Oh wow. The Fed meeting is Friday. He had filed and was approved. Man, that's crazy. Hey, what's up, Tiberius? Cardano, I like Cardano, but it's just one of those things where, you know, the whole crypto market is kind of red, you know, so we just got to be careful. All right, there's Bed Bath, though, down to 730s right now. Let's see if it holds 7 here. Here's 7. It is kind of some lows from earlier in the, you know, pre-market session, right around $7. So we'll see if those hold. Disney up there. You know, we're watching Disney. Of course, we're watching Aapl as well here. Here's Aapl at 156. Yeah, so tomorrow, wait, the Fed, Jerome Powell is speaking. Just to put this into perspective, JP is speaking. Let me find it. I know, yeah, JP is speaking. Let me find it. Yeah, Jerome Powell is speaking Thursday. It's not tomorrow. So Thursday, Jerome Powell is speaking. So tomorrow, we have import-export numbers, Red Book. We got FOMC member speaking, but it's not Jerome Powell. So we do have some FOMC meeting speaking tomorrow, but it's not JP. But tomorrow we have NBA, import exports, and trade balances tomorrow, along with some other stuff dropping today. Some other stuff dropping tomorrow. So we do have some FOMC stuff. But today, nothing really going on. Today we have S&P Global Composite PMI at 9:45 market time. Services PMI for August. Nothing else really big. 3 and 6 month bills. But yeah. Yeah. If SPY rebounds, I hope so, man. Let's see. SPY is currently at 394.25s. So 394.25s on the SPY. We'll see. All right, Intel dipping down a little bit. Again, we might DCA into it, but for now we're just kind of chilling back. Yeah, I'm not going to really speculate on that at all. SPY dipping down to 394s. 394s on the SPY. So SPY coming back down too. No. No, I don't really use that, AJ. I mean, I don't... If my power goes out, my power goes out, bro. You know. Hey, what's up, Eric? This future's better than options. Well, it's definitely more liquid than options, for sure. And so futures are more liquid than options, for sure. You know. Yeah, I heard about that one, bro. There's some crazy stuff going on right now. So futures are more liquid than options. Futures is really good if you want to get around the PDT. So yeah, futures is really good if you want to get around the PDT rule. All right, there's 394s on the SPY, 394s. HYRE. I've had a few people mention that one today. It's at 124s. The other one is ISEE that ripped up today. It's kind of consolidating around 13s, but this one had a huge range for ISEE, just a big range for this one. All right, guys. SPY under 394s again. Bed Bath at 720s. Looking bleak here. Looking bleak. All right, guys. So anything else big? I mean, again, it's kind of a slow holiday weekend. Yeah, CHIRE. They obtain 100 million credit line. Crypto futures, if you know what you're doing, is the easiest money. I'm up at 11,000 on LUNC past a couple days. Hey, congrats, bro. Great trade. Celsius, I think, crashed the whole crypto market, bro. So I tread lightly with that type of stuff. All right, guys, SPY coming back down here. Look at ISEE dipping down to 13s. Again, if I look at all the gaps today, HYRE up to 122. We got ECOM, ECOM gapping up. It looks like an acquisition of some sort. FWBI making moves. Again, we're going to watch the NQ. We're going to watch the SPY. We're going to watch the Q. We're going to watch the E-mini today. We got another ONVO, FWBI at 388s. We got Ruby. We got CBD making moves at 460s. I don't know, Raul. I'm not really sure, brother. Yeah, I saw that, Randolph. Rough, man. Really sad. Yeah, here's AMC. AMC is now technically green on the day. It's up to 889s here. We got Apple up there to 156.50s. Yeah, today's a little bit slower of a day, but tomorrow should be a fun day. Big day. Tomorrow we have NEO earnings, GameStop earnings, and a few other things too. All right, guys. So Apple started to pop back up again. They do have their conference tomorrow at right around noon, where they debut the next iPhone. Again, a lot of people are speculating that the new iPhone is going to be $1,200. It's honestly not that high relative to what it could be. You know, again, I paid $1,400 for my phone. You know, and so it's really not that expensive relative to what it could be. And so again, let me know if you think Apple stock is going to move up with it. You can see it's kind of dragging the market up right now. Apple up to 157.60s here. So it is kind of dragging the market up. Now let me go ahead and fix this here. There we go. All right. You should be able to hear the music now too. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate, man, for that dude. Really sad. Sad news. Again, I mean, listen, it's terrible for the stock, of course, but it's even sadder for the family. So rest in peace. AMC back over the VWAP here. Look at Apple start to pop back up, and this is kind of dragging the market up here. So look at Apple go. Apple up to 156.80s. 156.80s. Here's the SPY at 394.50s as well. 394.50s on the SPY also. So we're starting to see a little bit of a comeback resurgence here in equities, and the SPY and the Q and Apple itself. These are all kind of bouncing back a little bit, and I think this is all good here. But Apple is kind of leading the pack. It looks like Apple up to 156.80s. And again, we also had Disney announce their offering. Mixed shelf offering was announced by Disney. And so again, we might add a little bit more, but look at Apple, man. Apple up to 156, testing VWAP now. It's kind of dragging the SPY all the way back up as well. We also have this double bottom on the SPY right around 394 here, right around 394. And so hopefully we'll get some volatility in the E-mini today and we can trade that. We are doing pretty well on Top Step. All right, guys. But yeah, Apple testing VWAP now. SPY testing 394.60 or so. Testing the 200 moving average right now, right around 395.50, 394.50 on the SPY. You can look at the Q, also starting to come back up as well with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row. Meta, again, had some bad news. Meta getting sued. News came out, so Meta getting sued. That news did drop. Here's the E-mini, which, is basically the same thing as the SPY. So when we look at the E-mini, we're essentially looking at the SPY, which is what we actually traded off of. When we trade the E-mini, we mostly look at the SPY and Q chart. We don't ever actually look at the E-mini chart, believe it or not, because I think the SPY and Q charts are a little bit cleaner. Yeah, NEO earnings tomorrow morning. So, yeah, so it'll be fun. Here's the SPY. Watching these move up. Let's see if the SPY can get back over that 200 moving average in VWAP level. If it does, we might buy the dip. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, NEO earnings are tomorrow. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, Apple is set to launch new iPhone, watches, and AirPods tomorrow and Wednesday. The Pro model should be the star of the show. Plur Bloomberg Terminal. Hey, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate it. NEO N has an inverse head and shoulder setting up. Yeah, DRUG's up some, but it's very sideways over the past couple of days. Like, look at neutral here, neutral there. So it's very, very sideways over the past couple of days. Bed Bath is back up as well here. Look at Bed Bath is up to 735s. SPY up to 394.60s. Yeah, so NEO earnings tomorrow. We're going to be covering that one as we do. That one should be fun. But everything's starting to bounce back, which is good to see. That's kind of what we need. Market's starting to bounce back. Again, really bloody day Friday. SPY stayed slightly green and then just dumped towards the end of the day. So, pretty bleak Friday. Starting to rebound some, though. Again, Bed Bath & Beyond did have that news come out. It's at 7:30, so we're watching that. There's AMC at 890s. Again, we do have NEO earnings dropping tomorrow morning as well as GameStop tomorrow evening. So those will be big. We're going to be covering those as we normally do. And then we've got a bunch of fundamental stuff happening this week as well. Oh, man, I've never heard of him, Jim. GSAT. GSAT's up some, but the volatility is light, too, here. AMC, Ape, up to 5. Apple up to 157s or so. So Apple's still moving up. And again, that's kind of dragging the market up with it. Here's the SPY. There's the Q. Kind of following Apple up some here, which is nice. All right, Apple just dumping down, or maybe this might be a glitch. This is probably a glitch. Okay, so Apple, I wouldn't fear this. This is probably going to retrace and go right back up. This is just a glitch, unless they had some bad announcement here, but the rest of the market's not really following it. Yeah, so it's just a little glitch, little rogue order getting filled there. Right back up to 157s on Apple here. And the SPY is now over the VWAP, over the 200 moving average again. So looking much better. And yeah, we'll see if we get some better action here. Q is up as well, so SPY over VWAP. Over that 200 moving average. It's kind of a big deal in that world, but either way, Texas just got a little bit cooler. Right? Yeah, 8 a.m. orders going through. Right, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry, I should know that already. Robinhood traders have already been able to trade, so I think they updated Webull traders too. So yeah, that's just the 8 a.m. rogue orders going through. Or not rogue orders, just the 8 a.m. traders. 8 a.m. orders getting hit. So it kind of goes down to right around the previous closing price, but still moving up a little bit here. SPY up to 395s almost 395s. Bed Bath down to 720s. Let me know if that Discord link works, guys. We're going to have to add another link. There we go. I'm going to add it to Nightbot. So Nightbot link should work. Do the commands. So yeah, here is this one. Guess that's the right one. And then we also got to do the timers and update the Discord link and the timers. Yeah, the Discord link and the timers has been out. There we go. All right, so now that one should work as well. 7 a.m. What's up, Connie? Yeah, Robinhood traders come online at 8 a.m. Webull is 4 a.m. Yeah, that's right. All right, so now we're dipping down to the VWAP here. We might buy this dip again. Try it on the SPY slash. Maybe we'll buy it on the E-mini instead. We'll buy it on the micro E-mini. All right, we got one contract on the micro here, and we're now over the VWAP, over the 200 moving average. Robinhood 6 a.m. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we bought a little bit on the micro here. Got a pop. We're gonna see if this one continues to ride up. Also got to watch the SPY, I think, a little bit closely here. There's the SPY. See if we get a continuation here. What did y'all think of House of the Dragon? All right, guys, so SPY consolidating over VWAP again. We're in the micro E-mini. We might actually add one contract to this. Maybe one contract here. We'll see. Give it some time here, though. I'm not going to add any unless it dips down to the 200 moving average right there at around 39.50 or so. So we dip down there, we might add to it. We're also watching the SPY here on the left. So you can see here, these are actually the two same things. All right, there we go. All right, we're just gonna, oh man, we got a bad fill on that last little pullback here. We'll buy it right back. We got a little cushion. Let the market pop up a little bit more, I think, here on the micro. ETH near 1700. Good, man. Good. All right, so we're in this here. We're trying to let this ramp up, but try to be patient with it as well. SPY starting to move up here. This is just the E-mini. All right, we got a little dip in the SPY. Lower volume here, but I mean, it's Labor Day weekend. First Monday since then. So, hey, what's up, SPAC? So we're trying to be patient here and let this ramp. All right, starting to rip back up some. All right, guys, so we're still in this here. We're trying to give this a chance to rip. Again, we're also watching Aapl. I think Apple's going to influence this if it can. HOTD. AMC trying to pull up there. There's Tesla. Here's Neo. I saw the CVS acquisition. We'll see how that reacts to everything else. All right, guys, so we're in one contract of the micro here, trying to let this run. back up here to test at least that level there. If it does, we'll take some profit on that end. So I did see the CVS acquisition news here. Let me cover it real quick. All right, so yeah, CVS and Cigna with a deal. You can see that here. Catalyst for that. Trying to be patient here. Again, I kind of got to look at the SPY here as well, though. We're starting to move towards the top of the range and then dipping down some. HYRE. Yeah, HYRE is ramping up. All right, so we're starting to pop a little bit more on the micro. All right, so we just covered it. A little bit less volume on the fills, but that's okay. So we got out of that one. We might buy a little. We're going to trade that one a little bit more at the open. And again, if you want to trade futures, Top Step funds traders in the futures market. So they'll give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules and conditions, then they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with a 90% split, regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And so again, they give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their rules, they'll fund you. You know, really interesting way to get around the PDT rule. And again, you can see me trading that futures contract, which is essentially just the SPY with no PDT rule. I can short it. I can go long. And yeah, it's one of the easiest ways to get around the PDT rule. Check out Top Step if you want more info on that. There's the link. You can get 20% off if you use that link down there. Apple's still ramping up. It's at 157s. 157s here. We got NEO at 1770s here. So equities are starting to bounce back a little bit with the micro and the E-mini and the SPY as well. So that's nice to see. And yeah, we'll see if we can get some more action here. My Intel trade's starting to bounce back as well. We have been dollar cost averaging into Intel. Apple popping up a little bit ahead of their debut of their new stuff that goes live tomorrow here as well. All right, guys, so Apple up to 157s here. We got Bed Bath at 740s, higher at 134s. Hey, thank you, Wolf. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. Hit the notification bell. I certainly appreciate the support. NEO still trying to bounce here. Here's the SPY. Again, Apple's kind of been dragging the market up. SPY starting to look green as well. Or the market was already green, but it's starting to get more green, I guess, is the best way to put it. Again, Disney announced an offering, a mixed shelf offering. So they're going to be selling shares, diluting themselves a little bit, but probably good for Disney in all honesty. Again, the futures market's green today. Red Friday, but green today. We got some other stuff cooking here. AMC trying to go green, you know, consolidating. NEO has earnings tomorrow. GameStop has earnings tomorrow. We got Fed meetings this week. We got Jerome Powell speaking on Thursday. We just got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to be covering it all here as we do. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Let's keep this growth up. And yeah, y'all let me know if that Discord link right there in Nightbot just posted in chat works. Or that pawn just posted. Yeah, ETH breaking out. Yeah, the ETH merge is supposed to come up pretty soon too. There's a fork in preparation of the merge today. Yeah, Aapl been dragging the market up, which is nice to see. Yeah, that's why ETH is breaking out. Okay, gotcha. Well, good, man. If you look at when merge, the ETH is supposed to go through. It kind of tracks everything going on. I might actually buy this dip in the queue here. Maybe I'll buy like 10 shares of the queue. 15 is reasonable enough. There we go. All right, we're in 15 shares of the queue, buying on this little dip here. We're going to see if Aapl holds as well. Bed Bath down to 730s. All right, so when merge presents the Leslie collection is a set of commemorative artworks based on the Ethereum mascot Leslie the Rhino. To celebrate the monumental update to proof of stake, we are offering a collection of Leslie's affiliated with WinMerge for all ETH and cryptocurrency communities. All right, we got about a week until the merge goes through. All right, we bought the Q dip. All right, so we bought the dip. Let's see what HYRE does. Again, NEO earnings today, or tomorrow. GameStop earnings tomorrow. And again, here's the SPY itself. So SPY rip it up. Aapl is really what's dragging the market up. They do have their stuff going on. They do have their conference going on tomorrow at around noon. Around noon, they have their conference going on. And again, let me know if you're bullish or bearish on this. All right, so SPY and Q is dipping down a little bit. All right, guys, so we're starting to bounce up a little bit. We're at 315. Apple's trying to get up there. It's at 156.90. Let's see if we can get back and hold. Get back and hold over the VWAP. Here is what we want to see it, or over the 200 moving average. You can see the 200 moving average and the VWAP are right around that 297 level. Yeah, they're selling. We don't want to sell NFTs. China chips are running low. Some are either crazy sales coming up. Yeah, thanks to we'll see. Mining is proof of work. The new system is proof of stake and requires no miners. Yeah, for sure. Again, I think that's bad for stuff like Nvidia here. If you look at like Nvidia, Intel, other miners, chip makers, it's probably not good for them, and that's kind of why we've seen this drop. Again, though, if the ETH merge fails, they're still not going to need miners anyway. So it's like either way, no matter what happens, whether the merge is successful or not, it's still not good for miners. You know, there's going to be, and the reason, just to put this into perspective regarding like chip makers, NVIDIA, mining, ETH merge, when you hear all this stuff going around, the ETH merge, so basically right now, ETH is proof of work, which means that it's mineable, and they track the chain through mined tokens, right? So you mine ETH, and then they track the chain of history through that, through a blockchain, which is what blockchain is, right? With that, they are now transitioning ETH to, instead of mineable, so instead of being able to mine ETH to acquire it, you're now going to stake ETH. So it's going to be more like the stock market is the easiest way to put it, with proof of stake, right? So it's no longer going to be mineable. And with that, these mining rigs cost tens of thousands of dollars for some of them. And so now that ETH, one of the top 2 cryptocurrencies in the world, is no longer going to be able to be mined, the speculation is that a lot of these crypto miners are going to go down in price because they're no longer going to be able to buy, or they're no longer going to be able to mine a huge part of their market, which is Ethereum. And number 2, they're going to be selling some of their mining rigs, right? So if you're selling some of these rigs, like an Aapl miner, for instance, you know, just the sheer influx of new miners on the market is going to drop mining prices, and in turn probably affect you know, chip makers like NVIDIA and so forth and so on. And so that merge hasn't happened yet, where they're moving it from proof of stake to proof of work to proof of stake. Again, it's supposed to happen in a week from now, and we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. Let me know how the market's going to react to it. Yeah, I like Intel. Intel is one of my favorite cryptos, you know. And we'll see. Again, it's interesting here. We got NVIDIA dipping down some. Let me know if you think NVIDIA is on sale or what you think's going on with this. Here's SPY at 394.90s here. Yeah, and then we also had those restrictions put out on some stuff as well. So yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff going on with chip makers lately that is interesting to watch and interesting to focus on and interesting to kind of keep track of. So Mara and Riot will drop. I'm not sure. We don't really know for sure. Nobody really knows whether they're going to drop or not. The speculation is that they might. You know, the speculation is that they might. You know, but nobody really knows here, and it's all speculation here. Nobody knows. We do know that the ETH merge is going to cancel out a lot of their business. You know, but the other question is how much of this is already front loaded into this. Mara and Riot are already down a ton. So Mara is down a lot over the last couple months. Riot is down a lot over the last couple months. And so with that, you know, that's the speculation. It's like, okay, well, how oversold are these already? Are they down too much now? And what does that look like? Is the question, you know. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this and just get out with a little $5 loss in the queue and come back to it once the market opens and we're getting a little bit more actively trading in here. John, what are your thoughts on Netflix? I actually like Netflix, man. I think Netflix has some great content coming out. I think it had that huge earnings dip a while back, and it's just right under the $200 level. I like Netflix, man. I think Netflix has some good content, big movies coming out, big media has been being dropped on Netflix lately. You know, there's a lot of big Netflix movies. Stranger Things, you know what I mean? Like they've got a lot of really good premiere content that comes out on Netflix, and people hate them, and I get it. Any big media company, I think people hate regardless because of, you know, movies are so subjective. But I think that Netflix has some great content coming out. They're starting to transition, like movies are going away from being theater driven and going more towards being just naturally released on Netflix, just initially released on Netflix and places like it. And so I think with that, Netflix is the biggest. And I think that they have some great exclusive movies that drop on their platform. They've got some great exclusive shows like Stranger Things. And with that, you know, I like Netflix. The only question mark, though, is like now with like HBO, with Game of Thrones, with the Lord of the Rings TV series, with all of that stuff coming out, is that going to drive people to other streaming platforms? I think if there is a question mark regarding Netflix, that is it. But I think when you look at Netflix over the past year, there looks like there could be value long term. Now, short term, who knows? This thing might test lows again at 160s, but long term, I kind of like Netflix. I think Netflix looks cheap. It's the 200 moving average. Is what the yellow line is, the 200 moving average. Just a relevant level. Yeah, John, great call on Netflix at the 180 level this spring. Yeah, everybody hates Netflix. And again, people seem to be all doom and gloom. Like, people get unnecessarily doom and gloom about this type of stuff, man. Like, I don't know how many times I've told people about Disney. I'm like, yeah, Disney looks cheap here, bro. It's at 95, 100 bucks. It looks very cheap. And people have been like, nah, man, Disney's going down. Disney's gonna fail. You know, Disney. And it's like people hate them for political reasons, but it's just kind of like, dude, Disney makes so much money. Same thing with Netflix. It's like, Pete, listen, people get their emotions in the way of their profit. Like they get too emotional about companies where they hate them and they love them, and that's not a profitable mentality here. You got to look at it objectively and take all your biases out the window and just kind of look at it and say, okay, how much money is this company making? How big is this, and how big is it going to be? You know, and you got to look at it objectively. A lot of people get, you know, their political affiliations mixed in here with stocks, and it's just not a profitable mentality. It's not a profitable mindset. You got to look at things outside of that. I don't care what any of this does. I'm looking at it in terms of company health, and I think Netflix is strong. I think Disney is strong, and I think the more they drop, the cheaper they look to me. You know, but again, people get all weird about it and say, oh, you know, I'm not buying Disney, or I don't like Disney, or I don't like Netflix. It's kind of like, okay, cool, you know. Yeah, Disney owns all my favorite things, man. Star Wars, Marvel, you know, ESPN. You know, like, how are you going to bet against the company that owns those things? You know what I mean? They own everything in media. You know, it's a pretty safe bet long term, in my opinion. But, you know, who knows? Could be wildly wrong. Maybe Disney just crashes. Calls or puts today? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Calls or puts today, guys. We can vote on our polls here. We got some polls on Twitter, too. Netflix is going to ban crypto ads in its upcoming basic subscription tier as well. So Netflix is banning crypto ads. You think that's good or bad for them? Netflix is up, though. And again, we'll see if Aapl holds the VWAP here in the 200 moving average. We're right around that level now. SPY starting to bounce a little bit here. Yeah, I went to Star Wars. I went to Disney World this year. We went to Disney World. We got to do all the Star Wars rides, all that stuff. It was fun. It's bad for crypto sentiment overall. Indifferent when did they ever have crypto ads? I think they probably had some. Will Bed Bath and Beyond fall hard? I'm not sure, man. Bed Bath, bro, with just bad news today, bro. Just bad news over the weekend, man. I don't know if you guys saw it, but just not good news. SPY at 394s. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's risks in cryptocurrency, obviously. Brad, you got to search Bed Bath and Beyond. Unfortunately, the news is kind of hard to even talk about on the stream, you know. But yeah, just the CFO passed away for Bed Bath and Beyond, and under, you know, unfortunate circumstances. And so, you know, it's just unfortunate. Bed Bath and Beyond stock is reacting pretty negatively to it. It's down to 730s right now, 730. So, yeah, we'll see what we get, but certainly a rough. Yeah, man. At 730s now. Again, we'll see if Aapl is consolidating between the VWAP and the 200 moving average. So we'll see what we get on those. You know, who knows? Netflix up to 228s. Here's the Q. I'm watching the Q as well. Q is at 296s, so we're keeping an eye on that also. Hey, what's up, Tiny? It was good, man. It was good. Hope you had a good long weekend as well. All right, guys. SPY down to 394.60s here. We got the Q at 296.70s. All right, guys. So we're at 296.50s for the Q. Starting to break down here. Apple pulling right back down to the 200. Apple started to dip down here. Q dipping down. SPY dipping down. Bed Bath is up there. Again, we got Neo earnings tomorrow also. Hey, nice, Tiny. Okay, the Ukrainian president is going to ring the New York Stock Exchange bell at 9:30. Yeah, really sad, Tiny. Unfortunate. Unfortunate that happened, to be honest. All right, guys. SPY is at 394.50. So the SPY tried to come back up. Q is down as well. So just got to hang it out here waiting. Market's been kind of slow, and it's not going to be surprising if the market's slow today. Again, we had a long weekend. A lot of people stayed out drinking last night, and so I think a lot of people are going to be kind of, not trading today. Yeah. All right, guys. Q dipping down. SPY dipping down. Again, quiet day. We're watching Meta. We had some other pennies that were moving here. We had like ISEE down to 1160s. We're watching that. But everything's kind of going back and forth. Not much action right now. Not much volatility here. Ape is back up to 5s. We got AMC trying to make moves. It's up there to 880s. We got ADT gapping up on a catalyst here. And I don't really like ADT. I don't like their future outlook, to be honest, for ADT. My problem with ADT is this, okay? If we're looking at ADT in terms of like relevancy in the market, number one, they had a State Farm partnership. They planned an innovative offering that combines security, risk mitigation, and smart home capabilities to revolutionize the coveting experience. State Farm is going to invest $1.2 billion in ADT at $9 per share, acquiring approximately 15% of the company is what this deal is. If you want to look at ADT's catalyst right here, here is the catalyst. Again, State Farm is going to be buying up 15% of them. You can see that catalyst right there. My problem with ADT moving forward is this, though. Okay, so here's ADT. My problem with them is this. Okay, ADT, I've seen a huge move on Ring. I've seen a big Ring move over the past couple years. I've seen a lot of, I'll put it this way, judging by my own life, I no longer use ADT. I use a different service. I don't use ADT. ADT is like Comcast to me. Like they are sleazy. They're overpriced relative to what they are. And ultimately, there's a lot more competitors coming out around now that have the same services for cheaper pricing. And I think that is going to affect ADT moving forward. I think that's bad for ADT. I think that they're going to have too many competitors out there trying to compete with them at this point in time. They have Ring that's a lot bigger than ADT at this point, I think. And moving forward, I just don't trust ADT. I think there's a reason that ADT has, has been moving, in a downward trend over the past year. And again, who knows what they do moving forward. We're at 860s right now. But let me know. Yeah, I just think that competition is going to destroy ADT. I think there's too many competitors out there at this point in time. I think software is too easy to create. I think ADT is locking people into long-term contracts unnecessarily. And, they're kind of like Comcast. So I don't think they're going to, I think it's going to be hard for them to succeed competing with a lot of these up-and-coming brands that are out there. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, DraftKings at 15s now. It's starting to look a little bit cheaper for DraftKings, to be honest. DraftKings is starting to look a little bit cheaper. It might be something where I buy like 25 shares, and we might. I actually don't buy DraftKings right now. We'll buy 25 shares of DraftKings, small. I don't mind that. Yeah, we'll buy a little bit. I might DCA into this too. We'll see, though. I'm going to buy 15 shares right now of DraftKings. And maybe add some more if we keep dipping. I'm going to take a little bit more. I think 15 is a little bit more. I'm going to buy 30 shares and then add more if it keeps dipping for DraftKings. Because I think DraftKings, it's all in terms of value for me, right? When DraftKings is up at $18, $19, $20, that's too expensive. But when we dip down to 15s, I don't mind that. We got football season starting. Again, am I going to buy it at 20s? No. Can I buy it at 21? No. But am I going to buy it at 15s, 14s, 13s? Probably. And then just try to average in. I don't know if we're going to DCA into it, but we might just kind of average into it. Looking like a red day. Well, we're green today, actually. Yeah, that's big news for ADT. That's good news. But again, long term, I'm skeptical. All right, Bed Bath back up to 730s here, trying to make a push towards the 200 moving average here, back up to almost 740s. Let's see if we can get over 750. 750 was kind of the resistance area for this one. It tried to get up there and just kind of got rejected here. The SPY and Q are both down on the day. Aapl under the 200 moving average as well now. So not looking hot. We got less than an hour before the opening bell. A lot of people talk about Ruby. Is there a crypto Ruby or is there a stock? Okay, you're talking about the stock. Yeah, gapping up some. Good percentage movement here. We can look at the catalyst for Ruby. Ruby up to 120s. All right, guys, Ruby dipping down here. Again, I'm looking at the catalyst for Ruby. I don't really see anything. Not really any catalyst that I'm showing that's reasonable here enough for it. Again, here's the SPY. SPY at 394.50s. So we're just kind of chilling, waiting on this. I've had ADT for 15 years. My equipment is mostly original and doesn't communicate with any other company. So stuck. We have all the bells and whistles available. I don't like them, but yeah, I get it. Again, though, my problem with ADT is that here's the real issue, right? So ADT came out to our house and kind of sold us all the problem here is number one. Okay. Is that spending thousands of dollars on ADT equipment is, to put it best, a waste of money. The reason for that is that a lot of the technology that ADT uses becomes obsolete within a year or two, right? So you're literally spending thousands of dollars to put the newest and best security system into your home, and then a year or two later it becomes obsolete, and you got to pay for the next newest and best, and the next newest and best, and that's what ADT is banking on. They're banking on you needing to upgrade over the next couple of years and paying them thousands and thousands of dollars. Where the easier way to do it is to do something like Ring and just kind of go that route where you just kind of buy cheap, easy to put in, but versatile security system as it comes out, right? You don't need to pay ADT thousands of dollars. It's kind of it's a rough scheme for consumers because, again, they'll sell you the newest and best. There's better technology out there right now than ADT and their security systems. And again, you can have the best, but it's going to become obsolete within a few years. It's just going to be a waste of money. Yeah, they need to expand in that space, but they haven't yet, which is a big question mark. Do you think that BBBY may rally in retaliation to Ryan Cohen's involvement? I don't know, man. A lot of people speculated that maybe he was buying the dip. Apple's starting to pop back up, and again, Apple has their conference tomorrow. That's big. Again, a lot of people were speculating that Ryan might buy the dip after he essentially crashed it, but I don't think that happened. And again, it's just been one string of another for Bed Bath bad news coming out lately. So it's just kind of like it's been tough. They've been struggling. You know, especially with the catalyst that dropped today, just rough. You know, just pretty rough. Yeah, and one thing that I'll see though is the problem with penny stocks, right? So here's the problem with most penny stocks here. Like we're looking at this, right? Here's the problem: is that if you look at every penny stock that's created a following, right? Most of the time they have these big run-ups, these big spikes, and that creates bag holders, right? And then once bag holders are created, it kind of creates this artificial like following of traders that are like, yeah, this thing's the best ever, it's the best ever, and it's just kind of like very rarely is it actually, you know. So it's like if you look at stocks that have big followings, most of the time they're stocks that have at one point ran really big and gotten really high up there, and then came right back down and leaves a bunch of traders stuck. Like, so a bunch of traders get stuck into those positions, and then in turn you got this big following of traders that desperately wanted to come back. You know, I've seen that happen a lot. Give me some examples if you know some in the chat. We'll look at it. Yeah, Robinhood needs to come out with a pro style platform, and so the fact that they haven't is bad. Yeah, I did see the DWAC news, and if we look at Robinhood here, I mean, they're not doing terrible, but they're not doing great either. They've been mostly sideways since they had, you know, this big drop over the past couple of years. Right around $10. We'll see. Apple trying to break over VWAP now too. Here's the Q, the SPY, the E-mini at 296.70 on the Q. The SPY's at 394. E-mini is currently at 39.50 or so, 39.49. Intel still way down there at 31.30, so we're watching that. All right, we're at 156.80s for Apple. Microsoft, we're looking at that one too. Neo does have earnings. Neo's starting to drop a little bit as well. There's Google down at 108s. Again, Amazon at 178s. Here's Tesla. Tesla at 272s. Let me know if you're buying the dip in any of these. What's your favorite blue chip dip buying stock, guys? Let me know. Yeah, BBIG. Yeah, but again, if you look at the history of these things, like you'll kind of see why. Like stocks that have big followings are usually stocks that have ripped up crazy big, came back down even quicker, and they leave traders stuck, right? So what happens when a bunch of traders are stuck in any position is they are really desperate to be optimistic and believe that the company's going to come back. Right, and so it leaves a lot of bag holders stuck here, and that's what creates these big following of traders, you know, which is why so many people get heat with them, because people get mad that stocks like these have followings, but it's just, you got to think about the psychology behind it. Like when a bunch of people get stuck, you know, most people aren't going to take profit there. Most people are just going to sit and hope it comes back one day, and then they just have to watch it drop more and more, and then it creates these big followings of traders. I see it happen a lot, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of people talk about GNUS today. A lot of people did talk about this one, but I don't really see much going on with it. I'm super stuck in BBIG. Yeah, bro, a lot of people are. And again, it kind of creates this artificial sentiment. That's what I always call it. Kind of this artificial bullish sentiment where people are like, yeah, it's the best thing ever. You know? Hey, what's up, James? Hey, all good, brother. All good, man. Hey, you as well, James. Thank you, brother. You as well, man. Oh, yeah, GNUS. Okay, yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, again, I mean, if you look at this, huge pump, even faster fall down, maybe not even faster, but a huge rip, even quicker fall down, and then it leaves a lot of these traders saying, oh, GNUS is the greatest thing ever. It's going to come back. It's going to break 100 one day. You know, most of the time it's just from people being stuck. you know, unfortunately. I see it all the time. It happens a lot. Here's the Q. Cube is starting to fight its way back. So you can see the VWAP and the 200 moving average right around that 297 level. Apple back over VWAP also here. Hey, what's up, Rick? Hey, nice, man. Hope you're doing good, Rick. Intel starting to move back. Ape back up to 517s. Is it time to buy the NVIDIA dip, though? Like, NVIDIA right around lows here. The lows is 132.70. Is it time to buy the NVIDIA dip? Part of me wants to. It's very unfortunate, Dean. Very unfortunate, man. You know. As for, you know, it's just very unfortunate. It's sad to see. Rest in peace to the man. I hope his family's okay. And, yeah, just very sad. Regardless of the circumstances. Very sad. All right, guys. Apple broke over VWAP, broke over the 200 moving average. We might buy a little bit of Apple here. Let's see. All right, we're in 20 shares of Apple right now. 20 shares. Just a little baby trade. We got 45 minutes until the market opens, so we're just kind of kicking back, hanging out here, waiting for something to show up. Let's see if this VWAP area can hold and drag the rest of the market up. But we got 20 shares here on Apple, right around break even. Let's see if anything happens now. NVIDIA I went to as well, but we have so much data coming out in a few weeks. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the reasons. Like, I'm taking a little bit safer path. We got just to put this in perspective, right? Over the next 3 weeks, we've got CPI, we've got FOMC meetings, we've got earnings on a lot of companies. We got the ETH merge, which is going to affect NVIDIA as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on over the next 3 weeks that we're going to be covering right here on this channel. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and yeah, let's keep growing. But just a lot of stuff happening over the next 3 weeks that is very relevant to stocks, very influential over stocks, and it's something that we got to be very careful with because, again, we don't know what's going to happen. Again, ETH merge, FOMC meeting on the 20th and 21st, CPI data dropping next Tuesday. So next Tuesday is when CPI comes out. So, yeah, we'll see. Q SPY started to move up a little bit. We bought the Apple dip. We'll see if it continues. Thinking about buying an NVIDIA dip too. I don't know. We'll just chill and wait. Could add some more to Apple. What do you guys think? Should I? All right, we're in 40 shares of Apple. We'll go ahead and take another 10 shares. Maybe add some more into this as we can. If we get some pullbacks. All right, we're at 50 shares of Apple. Well, every month FOMC and CPI comes out, so it's every month those datas come out. The thing though is that I think this is a bigger month than you know, normal for chip makers, and so that's the only question mark regarding NVIDIA. It's kind of a big month for it. You know, it's a big month. All right, so we're under VWAP here. We're going to cut this very quick. Just kind of poke it around. We're not going to hold through that. We lost $7 there, so it's not the end of the world. We'll probably end up waiting now until the market opens up. We were hoping that we might get a hold over VWAP, but it's just been a choppy market. We should have a fun open, though. Yeah, the dollar index. Let's take a look at it. All right, so yeah, here's the dollar index. So dollar breaking highs. That's probably going to drag the market down. Let me make sure. Here's a one-day chart. Yeah, so dollar just broke highs. Probably going to drag the market down with it as well here. And again, just to put this into perspective, we want to see the dollar tank. Like, we don't want to see the dollar do well. We want to see it drop because when the dollar drops, people don't want to sit on cash and they end up putting money into equities. Right? Does that make sense? So again, dollar drops. People don't want to sit on their dollar. They want to put it more towards something that's going to earn them a little bit better if the dollar is losing value. Right? So when the dollar drops, people take their money and they put it into equities and cryptocurrencies and assets, essentially, to try to let their currency work for them a little bit more. When the dollar rips up, people are more willing to just sit on it because it's gaining value for them, if that makes sense. And so with that, we want to see the dollar drop, because the dollar dropping pushes more people to invest in equities, pushes more people to invest in futures, and pushes more people to invest in cryptocurrencies and just generally other assets. So when the dollar rips up like this is not good. It's not what we want to see. And yeah, dollar up to 110 plus now, 110.02, 110.03 now almost. So again, the likely conclusion from this is that we'll see things start to drop a little bit more in equities. SQQQ, you look so different now. I used to watch you a couple years ago. Do I really? Do I look that different than how I used to look, man? You know, maybe I do. I don't know. Cheers to you guys. You know, SQ. Oh, yeah, the SQ is going to be just doing the opposite of what the Q does. It's the short Q. But again, right now we got the dollar pumping. All right, we're dropping a little bit on the dollar here. Hopefully that moves equities up. You can see Apple bouncing up a little bit. You can see the Q testing the VWAP. You can see the SPY moving up to 394.80s. So those are starting to move up. There's Bed Bath at 740s. Looking for one good trade. Hey, good luck, Brandon. Yeah, John. I think there'll be an attempt to create a short squeeze by all the mad shareholders after hearing about the stuff going on. Yeah, maybe. No, not necessarily, Larry. A lot of the time I'm swing trading into stuff too. So I'm doing a little bit of everything. I've made money on almost all my swing trades over the past couple weeks. You know, Intel, Apple. What was the other swing trades I did? I got into a few of them. Disney, Intel, Apple. So yeah, I've been making money mostly from those. And so we are day trading, sure. We hold very short, quick trades. But when we swing trade or invest, we hold a little bit longer. IINN. We trade mostly stocks, Brandon. IINN looks terrible. I mean, ISEE has been ripping up. It's almost up to 12, right around 1190s. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's break 200 likes real quick if we can. Oh no, I never swing trade penny stocks. I most of the time don't even invest in penny stocks. Or I don't even day trade penny stocks a ton anymore either. You know, I think the better odds are in large caps and futures. You know, I think futures in large caps like the E-mini, micro E-mini, SPY, Q, Apple, Disney. Those are the better odds. To be honest, I think penny stocks can be kind of a sucker's bet. A lot of sensationalized marketing that just kind of traps traders and gets a lot of new traders thinking that they're just going to change their life with penny stocks. They spend a lot of time and money trying to do it, and then they realize that it's very unlikely that they're ever going to do it, and they mostly just got sold on a course that they bought. And you know, very hard to get them to kind of snap out of it when it happens too, is because they've spent so much time and energy devoted to it. It's, you know, it is what it is. But it's for that reason I just don't trade penny stocks anymore. I think it's too predatory. Too predatory for traders, you know. All right, guys. So kind of a very slow sideways day today. Not a lot of action going on. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't understand, man. Again, it has to do with like penny stocks is just so predatory, man. And a lot of people spend so much time. Like if you spend months and or years trying to learn penny stocks, you know what I mean? When somebody like me comes along and they're like, "Yo, this probably is not going to do what you think it does for your life," you might get mad at me. It might hurt to hear that. So human nature is going to get mad at me for saying it instead of getting mad at the person pushing them to trade penny stocks. It's human nature, you know. But I think if you really want to be up there and you really want to understand, you got to take yourself out of that emotion and just look at it objectively and say, okay, here's XYZ penny stocks that these people have promoted. Where are they now? You know, most of them are under sub $1. You know. And you got to look at it objectively. Even if you're day trading penny stocks, you got to look at, okay, well, like this person, like I don't know how many gurus I've seen retire early so that they can't get any criticism for their penny stock trading, right? It's like, yeah, I'm going to sell a course on penny stock trading and I'm going to retire early, you know, so that I don't get any heat from trading and losing. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, it's the best of both worlds. You could say, hey, you retire early, so nobody has to watch you trade. Nobody can prove that you're not good or that it doesn't consistently make money. Nobody can say, hey, let me see your data because you retired early, right? But you're still selling courses on it. It's funny, you know. But and you see it a lot. I see it a lot with a lot of different people. Like, yeah, I retired early to teach. It's like, sure you did, buddy. You know. We trade futures, E-mini, micro E-mini, NQ, J. Large caps are just more profitable. Futures are more profitable. You know, it is what it is. A bit of a new question, but how cheap does the stock have to be to consider it a penny stock? Well, it's subjective. Some people consider penny stocks under $10. Like me, I'd probably consider any stock under 10 a penny stock, but it depends on what it is. When I say penny stocks, I'm mostly talking about like small cap companies. Like the market cap is the total amount of shares multiplied times the price, right? So a stock can be cheap. Like you can see Ford Motor Company, for instance, is $15, you know, but it's a huge company. You know, there's a lot of companies like that. And so those aren't necessarily penny stocks. Those are just cheaper stocks that have big market caps, you know, like the easiest way to explain it is look at Chipotle, which is like CMG, I believe. Yes, Chipotle, $1,600 stock, right? And then look at Tesla, $272. You know, Apple, $150. Does that mean Chipotle is worth more than Apple or Tesla? Of course not. You know, Chipotle just doesn't have that many shares out there. So if you look at the Chipotle market cap, Chipotle has, I think it's like 50 million or 30 million or 40 million or something like that. So if we look at Chipotle here, Chipotle has a cap of, or Chipotle has 27 million shares in the float. So a tiny share float. If you look at Apple, which is, you know, 10x cheaper than Chipotle, it's got 16 billion in the float, right? So there's a difference in terms of cap. So, but when most people say penny stocks, they're referring to small cap companies, or they're talking about companies that are less valuable. You know, the value of a company is the shares multiplied times the price, which is the market cap. You know, so when we say penny stocks, we're mostly referring to companies that are smaller. Once I'm established in trading, I highly doubt I'll ever stop trading. Maybe trade less, but why stop if you love it and don't compromise? Right, exactly. I like how you put that. I got suckered into a crap coin called Boost Trading and lost my dad's life insurance. Yeah, that's rough, man. Yeah, you know how it goes, bro. It's unfortunate. And again, I understand why those companies are out there, because it's like people hate on me. It's very strange. Like you get people that are just getting ripped off by people and they'll blindly defend them because it's like they train them to, you know. It is what it is. Some of them are good. I'm not against all of them. Like some of them are good, you know. But in the end, you just got to look at it objectively and say, okay, this is good or this isn't. And it's very misleading sometimes too. But the easier way for me to do it is just to look at penny stocks and say, okay, penny stocks are sleazy. Penny stocks, penny stock groups, penny stock, services are almost always sleazy. They very rarely succeed. Anyways, SPY, rip it up. Q, rip it up. A little bit. Aapl holding at VWAP. Maybe I should have held that dip. But again, we're just going to wait here. We've had a pretty good group of, or a week of trading. If we look at our top step, we've actually been kind of trying on top step. And yeah, we're doing pretty good, man. We're doing pretty good here. Here is our week of trading. So like here's this month in September so far. We've been doing it for 6 days. And again, this is going to say a demo next to Top Step because it's a funded account program, right? But like we've actually been, we promote Top Step off and on. But we're running about 82% accuracy this month on Top Step. You can see my actual graph with fees here. And that's not even including, like let's look at last week. We are up about $1,500. Here's my graph. We're right about 81% accuracy. Here's my graph on Top Step. And so we're actually doing the same thing. Top Step funds traders in futures. So they give you a demo if you can hit their target while following their rules. They fund you. And so the futures market is interesting. And again, we've been doing pretty good. And we're going to trade futures a little bit today as well. We're going to trade stocks as well. Yeah, or they're embarrassed that they fell for it, so they defend. Yeah. Tesla had a 5-to-1, 3-to-1 split. So at today's price, it'd be 4,125. Right, exactly. We gonna pump today? No, we don't ever pump anything, bro. Oh, you must be talking about Bbby. I don't know. Maybe. Let me know if you think it's a dip buy here. Do you think this is a dip buy for Bed Bath? Are you buying the dip? Yeah, futures just very, very volatile, very liquid. And again, if you want to check out Top Step, here's the link. Funded account program. We're working our way on getting funded. I think if I hit $3,000 in profit while following their rules and conditions, then they fund me $50K with a 90% split. There's the link if you want to check it out. Again, so I'm certainly biased in their favor. A lot of people don't understand the price means nothing. It's about market cap. Right, exactly. What I always, the easier way I always explain it is the Chipotle example, right? You look at Chipotle, $1,500, $1,600 a share, right? You look at Apple, $150. Does that mean Chipotle's worth more than Apple? No, never. It just means that Chipotle has a much smaller float. There's less shares out there, right? So when you multiply that times price, you'll see the true value, right? Whereas Apple has tons, billions of shares out there. So you multiply that times price, you're going to get a far bigger number than Chipotle. And that's market cap. That's why it's important to look at the cap of a company, not the price. And when you're leaning towards value. You're Trump if you think you can still profit off of BBBY short term. I mean, I don't know if I would say that. I think there's always ways to profit off of anything short term. Short term, you can make money in a lot of different ways. Short, you can go long, you can buy options, you can do all these different things short term. And so I don't think you should just eliminate short term profit ability in anything, because I think there's always ways to make money short term. Long term is the real question, and I think that's a more important question. SPY started to move up. Aapl up to 157s. Bed Bath at 730. Still over VWAP here. We're waiting to see what happens at the open for this, because that'll be where the fun starts, I think. Off of a pump? What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. I think you got to look at it for Bed Bath. I think you got to look at it like this right now. Bed Bath & Beyond is down really big on some really rough news. At what point in time do traders look at this and say, hey, this is really, really cheap. Let me buy the dip. And that could spark another move. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Of course, nobody knows what's going to happen. It might just dump down more. It might crash down to $5, less than that. I really don't know. But what I'm saying is that you got to think about what other traders are thinking. And I've had a lot of people say, hey, I'm buying the dip in Bed Bath today. And of course, I'm not telling you to buy it. I have no idea. But I think that you got to look at it in terms of probabilities, and I think that there is a chance that could happen today. You get a small rally because people are going to consider it oversold at this point. They're going to be buying this dip and waiting to see if we get a potential rebound. But of course, like I said, no idea if that's going to happen. Definitely not saying that is going to happen, and just like that could happen, we might also get the other way where it just kind of crashes down and fails. Yeah, man, I remember that. The people were saying, yeah, Shiba Inu is gonna hit a penny, and I think people calculated it, and they said if it does hit a penny, it's gonna be worth more than the entire crypto market combined, or something crazy like that. And so it kind of shows people don't really understand what they're saying. They're just looking at price. Most people just look at price, and they don't understand the nuance behind that. So what time is that going to happen? Is what going to happen? Something like that, Paulo. All right, guys. So we got Apple at 157s or so, 157s. Bed Bath at 730s. We got the SPY at 394.50s here. We got the Q at 296.70. Tesla is down to 270s. Nvidia down to 137s. And we got the merge coming up. We have the Apple conference where they debut the new iPhone, potentially new AirPods, and all that stuff happening tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow morning we have NEO earnings dropping, and then tomorrow evening we have GameStop earnings dropping here. So a lot of stuff going on over the next 24 hours. Yeah, let's see what we get, guys. Should be a fun time. We're going to be trading futures. We're going to be trading stocks today, and yeah, it should be fun. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I feel you, Charlie. I get it. For sure. Stay safe. Take your own risk measurement. Take your own risk measurements, I guess, is the best way to put it, because frankly, nobody knows what anything's going to do, and you just got to be very, very careful. All right, guys, Q dipping down, Apple dipping down, SPY dipping down as well. And again, the beautiful thing about the futures market is that we can short stuff too. I'm not talking about shorting BBBY, of course. I only short large caps in futures. And so we might short the Q if it starts to dip. It's at 296.40s. How can I support the channel? Been a fan for a while. Just hit the subscribe button, man. Hit the like button. We got 200 likes exactly right now, and so we certainly appreciate that, guys. Another way to support the channel, you become a member. You get access to these coveted emojis. And so yeah, you can do that. That's always a great way. You can hit the subscribe button. You can donate money if you really feel the need to. And yeah, we appreciate it. Apple trying to bounce here. Can you trade futures on TOS? Yeah, we traded futures this morning. We bought the micro. You could buy a mug. Yeah. Watch it, Tesla. All right, guys, we got about 23 minutes. We're going to be day trading at the opening bell live on stream as we do. Do you use a stop loss when you're day trading? A physical stop, no, because I scalp. And so I take positions that last maybe 10 to 20 seconds sometimes. And so it doesn't take
it doesn't make much sense to take the time to set a stop loss when my hand's over the cover button anyway. Now, again, I think most people should use stop losses in that way, physical stops at least. I use mental stops. So I calculate where my exit's going to be if it goes against me. But as for setting a physical stop, no. Most of the time, I'm holding for too short of a time frame to really do that and need to do that. But again, for most people, you certainly want to, especially if you're new. But I've been trading for 5 years now, so not saying you shouldn't. Of course, most people should. So the dollar is ripping up, which is bad here. Yeah, look at the dollar. Here is the dollar, the DXY, the dollar currency index, and it is up to 110.20s. So it's making some moves here. We want to see this fail. And so again, this might give us some potential shorting opportunities now. All right, so we asked people, does the SPY to E-mini in green today? 56% said yes, 44% said no. Yeah, all good, T-Rex. All right, starting to bounce back a little bit on the SPY, but definitely looking a little bit more red as we speak today. Watching everything else kind of correct back down here. Slow day, very sideways day. Dollar's been ripping up. We got some big stuff coming out this week. Nothing else really big in terms of gappers here. We got some penny stock movers, like we got ADIL, ISEE. ISEE's got a huge range. It was at about 930s at the lows yesterday. It's at 12s now. Went as high as 1420s. So just huge range for this one. But kind of slow. ECOM looks like an acquisition almost certainly. HYRE is gapping up, but kind of consolidation sideways here. And aside from that, we had ADT with some catalysts that come out, but it's a pretty slow day all around. There's just not a lot going on. The dollar's ripping up, so equities, futures are dropping now. And with that, it's just a slower day. There's just less people trading. Again, it's early, right now. So it's 8 a.m. my time. It's 9 a.m. market time, 9, 10 a.m. And so a lot of people went out and did stuff for Labor Day. And so they might be sleeping in today. They might be doing other stuff. A lot of people still on vacation too. Just be careful. Could be a slower day. Holiday weekends are usually slower. Yeah, for sure. I think what a lot of people do wrong is that they buy stuff because it looks good, but they don't really understand, and it's weird. I say this, and then I see people that I know saying the same thing on Twitter. So I feel like I feel like some people are just using me for Twitter content sometimes. But regardless, a lot of people create these plans. There are a lot of people just buy stuff because it looks good. Like in the end, if you want to be successful, you got to have a full trading plan. You got to know where you're going to get in, where you're going to get out, where you're going to take profit, where you're going to stop out. Are you going to scale in or scale out of the position? What's your, ratio looks like, all that good stuff. What your rules are in the trade, and you got to stick to those rules. A lot of new traders will just watch something and they'll say, oh, it looks good, I'm buying it. And you can have intuition trades. Like that doesn't mean you can't make money. Like you can trade based off of intuition. But you got to understand, most of the time, that's going to be a losing endeavor. Loving the strong dollar. It's worse for equities when the dollar pumps. But there's good and bad things about it too. Here's the dollar maybe breaking highs again. And again, just to put this into perspective here, if you want to know why this is bad for equities, the dollar ripping up. This is bad for equities because when the dollar is worth more, right? When the dollar is gaining value, what happens, right? People want to sit on it. They don't want to they take their money out of equities. They take their money out of cryptocurrencies. They take their money out of assets, and they end up sitting on the dollar because them sitting on the dollar is earning them more. If the dollar is tanking, they don't want to sit on the dollar because if they sit on it, then they're losing money. And so what do? They put it into assets. They put it into crypto. They put it into equities. They put it into Apple or Disney or whatever they want to buy. That's why the dollar breaking highs like this is actually causing the market to dip. Here's the Q. Here's the SPY on the left. E-mini. And so here's some futures and broad market ETFs. These things are dropping because the dollar is gaining value. So when the dollar gains value, people sit on it. They don't put it into anything. They don't buy stuff with it. They don't buy assets. They don't buy stocks. They don't buy crypto. So with that, we kind of want to see the dollar tank. We don't want to see the dollar rip. All right, guys. So Apple dipping down here. We got about 16 minutes. Making and sticking to a trading pin has been the bane of my existence. Every time I try, it doesn't work. Been working on alternatives to do better, like making notes on my screen. What do you think a decent CPI next week will do for the market? Well, obviously, a good CPI is going to make the markets fly, I think. Supposedly, U.S. stock exchanges have seen 17.5% exodus of money over the last 3 weeks by the hedge funds. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun. Next week, we got CPI data dropping in exactly a week from now. Exactly in a week on Tuesday, CPI comes out. Dollar is ripping up here. Dollar at 110.28 on the dollar currency index. So, yeah. So, again, let me know what you got. Over the next couple weeks, really in the next 2.5 weeks, we've got CPI dropping next week. We've got FOMC meeting. In exactly a week from now, it starts. So in exactly a week from now, the FOMC meeting starts again. We have Jerome Powell speaking this Thursday as well, though. So we have JP speaking on Thursday as well. So a lot of stuff going on this week. Dollars is so weak, it only looks strong compared to other currencies. Yeah. APDN. I bet a few people mentioned this one today. We can take a look at it. It's at 3/10. Y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button as well, guys. We're trying to push towards 84,000 subscribers. It's been kind of a slow week in terms of fundamental data and news that comes out. So, hey, y'all help us hit that 84,000. We'll almost certainly hit it this week. But yeah, y'all help boost those numbers. Hit that subscribe button, team. All right, guys. 14 minutes here. 14 minutes, guys. All right, guys. Get a little bit of a rebound in the SPY here. Let's see what the dollar's doing. So yeah, you can see how like these coincide with each other here. So again, here's the dollar falling down, and here's the SPY rip it up. You can also see the Q, which is a little bit more tech heavy. Or you can see Apple rip it up. Here's a good example. Drop, rip up on Apple. If we look at like the E-mini or the NQ. Look at the NQ. This is dropping, NQ ripping up a little bit. So they're inversely correlated to where, you know, we want to see the dollar drop, and the dollar is dropping now. And of course, you can see the NQ going up. You can see the regular Q rebounding here. Apple rebounding some as well. So, you know, with that said, we want to see the dollar drop, which is what we're finally getting a correction here. Again, very choppy pre-market session though. Again, holiday weekend has it kind of a little slow, I think. And so with that, y'all just be careful. Watching Nvidia bounce back. I'm kind of tempted to buy Nvidia, but I think I'm just gonna chill. All right, guys. 12 minutes, team. SPY up to 394.50s. Again, we got less than 15 minutes left. We got about 11 minutes team, and SPY rip it up again. I'm assuming the dollar is continuing to drop, which it has been, getting a little bit of a bounce back here. But we got the cube bouncing back, we got the SPY bouncing back, we got the VWAP. A lot of things are very neutral today. Again, lower volume today, I'm assuming, is causing some of these issues. But yeah, just a slower day right now, slower day. Bouncing back up to 296.50s here. SPY is at 394s. At 296.50s here for the SPY. Aapl right around that 200 moving average. Bed Bath is bouncing back up at VWAP. It's around 730s right now for Bed Bath. About 730s. ISEE. Yeah, I saw ISEE earlier. It's starting to move back over VWAP here, so maybe that one's interesting. Yeah, so the Ukrainian president is going to ring the New York Stock Exchange opening bell at 9:30. How you look for dollars if it drops? This is the dollar cost index. So dollar dropping means that less people are going to want to sit on the dollar, right? So if you're holding cash, you're not going to want to sit on your cash if it's losing value. And so what do, right? You put it towards equities, you put it towards crypto, you put it into assets and investments. And so with that said, the dollar dropping is actually good for the equities market because it boosts it. It makes it go higher because people are putting more money into it because they don't want to sit on the falling dollar is the logic behind it. But yeah, look at ISEE starting to ramp back up. All right, guys, so 1280s for ISEE. 1280s. $13 for ISEE. Dollar dropping down, or not the dollar, SPY dropping down, Aapl dipping down. We got Bed Bath testing VWAP at 740s, though. We got 8 minutes, guys. ISEE is a penny stock, though, that is ripping up. So ISEE is a penny stock that is flying up here. All right, 1301s for ISEE. The SPY at 394s. There's 13s on ISEE. Bed Bath at 740 almost. Let's see if it ends up ripping here. We got the SPY at 394. Again, we're going to get ready to trade at the opening bell, team. And, yeah, we'll see. Let me see what else we got, team. I'm down 1,500 on 9 Tesla calls from Friday. Gotta hold to see if I can happen. Yeah, again, there's a chance that we could be a little bit oversold. Don't recommend shorting. Yeah, we'll see. Bed Bath might pop. We'll see. 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. Again, ISEE at 13s. We got Apple at 156. Bed Bath is at 730s. We got the SPY at 394s. I'm still holding 10% hedge with SPSX, ISEE. Yeah, ISEE penny stock just flying up at 1313s here. So it's moving for sure. Again, we're going to trade at the opening bell. We're going to see if we find something favorable. Again, we asked people, does the SPY and E-mini in green today? 56% said yes. 44% said no. So yeah, that'll be fun too as well. All right, we're in Intel still. We did buy DraftKings also, which we're down small in right now. 30 cents still for DKNG. Not a big position at all. There's the SPY cracking down here, breaking under 394s. We got 5 minutes before the opening bell, though, guys, and the market is just dipping heavy. So a big drop here. Yeah, so Apple, Disney, SPY both dripping down here. And again, I'm assuming the dollar is popping back up again. So it's not up a ton. You can see the dollar starting to rip back up. So it's not up a ton. But yeah, markets are just correcting down here. We'll see if we get some bearish action for us to capitalize on, to be honest. Yeah, we might get some good stuff. We might get some good stuff here. $13 for ISEE here. SPY all the way down to 393.40s here. 3 minutes, guys. Less than 3 minutes really here. Let me know what you guys are watching right now. Apple dipping. Here, let's see if Bed Bath can hold VWAP here. That's why I think Tesla could hit 284 by Friday. Hey, we'll see, man. Good luck. So sick waking up excited to work and trade. I don't think many people share this feeling. Yeah. BBBY might pop. I don't know. Let me know if y'all think Bed Bath is going to bounce back up after all this stuff. Again, less than 2 minutes. All right, guys. Got a minute left. Again, we're gonna get ready to trade. Hopefully, we'll be able to trade actively. It just depends on what we get. Less than a minute, guys. 50 seconds, team. 50 seconds. Yeah, let's keep it respectful. Yeah, for sure. 100%, sir. Let's keep it nice. Yeah. All right, guys. Spy testing 393s. Let's see if we bounce here. All right, guys. You guys ready? Let's do this. Here goes the market. Good luck, team. Here's the opening bell. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so there's the opening bell, guys. Hope you like my sound effects, team. Spy dipping down a little bit. Bbby at 725s. We have Aapl falling down a little bit. ISEE trying to hold here. And then again, here's the Spy. All right, let's try. We're going to look at the E-mini here and maybe trade a little bit off of the E-mini. This is the regular. We're going to trade off the micro E-mini instead. All right, we're getting a pop in the Spy, though, here, guys. So we can see the Spy ripping back up. So the Spy bouncing up a little bit. Bbby consolidation with the doji candle. Aapl flying up. It's at 156.80s right now. 156.80s on the Spy. All right, guys. Micro E-mini both ramping back up here. Here's Aapl. We'll see if the Spy can get back over VWAP. Bbby at 740s here. So Bbby's starting to rebound a little bit here. Again, let me know if you guys think it's oversold or not. Finally getting a correction pullback here. Aapl right at that 200 moving average here. Right around this 200 moving average. We might buy this dip short term. See if we get a rebound. 50 shares on Aapl. Small position here. And yeah, I don't like that on Aapl. We're going to cut it. Too volatile to really poke around at, I think. We'll let things play out. Look at Bbby back up to 750s here, though. Bobby's still making moves back up. So Bbby at 750s. Like I told you guys, man, short term, we might get a little rebound play. I thought it was kind of predictable, to be honest. At 760s here. So Bbby has ripped up 30, 40 cents since the opening bell. And again, I kind of told you guys that we might get this here. I kind of predicted that a little bit. I told you guys the logic and the psychology behind it, and it made sense. It made sense, and now we're getting a rip up. $760s, almost $770s here. We're up almost 40 cents on Bbby here. Market is a little bit less exciting here. Spy, Q, everything looking a little bit more red here on the day. Battling VWAP on the Spy. Watching the dollar to see how that impacts everything. We got Aapl dipping down a little bit here. We're going to short, I think, a little bit here. We're taking one contract in the micro. Maybe got to add to this here, but we're taking a little position. See if we get a little quick flush. All right, got ourselves a little bit of green in the micro E-mini. We're going to see if we get a full-on breakdown here, though, towards the lows. There we go. All right, we're going to cut that. So we just got out there on the micro. Getting some breakdowns here. On Top Step, we're also taking the micro E-mini here. We're going to cut another little piece, build up a cushion on the day, hopefully here. So we are up about 14 bucks on that as well. We might actually take some on a little bounce here if we get one here. We're going to short into this pop with the micro. Maybe add a little bit more. There's two contracts in the micro here. See if we get a bearish move. Trying to give it time to flush. There we go. Take a little piece off there. One contract left. Trying to give it time to flush down here, but bouncing back up a little bit. There we go. Give it some time to break down some more. It's starting to drop. Looking weak. Getting a big bounce back. I kind of want to add some more to this. Didn't get the ad. Even though Apple's starting to bounce back a little bit. They do have their conference today. Or tomorrow. All right, there we go. Got a flush. We just took profit into that. So up about 25 trading the micro today. Apple's starting to bounce back a little bit here. Bed Bath all the way up to 760s right now, man. Wow. So again, we kind of called that bounce. We kind of called this bounce. We just took a little scalp on the regular E-mini here. Took a little bit of loss on the regular E-mini on Top Step, but that's okay. We're gonna let things play out now and just kind of chill. Bed Bath pulling back to 760s. Are you buying this dip? All right, market pulling back a little bit here. Getting some red action now. Apple's still consolidating here. So we're pulling right back down to the VWAP and the 200 moving average on Bbby here. So right around the VWAP, right around the 200 moving average. Looks like the market wants to break here on the downside, team. Trying to be patient here, wait and see if the market can flush. Market consolidating here. Looks like it wants to break down on the bottom. Let's see if it breaks lows. It's right around the lows of the day here. Consolidating around the lows for the SPY and Q. Again, we're just kind of taking our foot off the gas here. We don't want to poke too hard in this. Getting some up wicks and down wicks here. Might start trading this here if we can short the top. Let's see if we can give it a second. We got these up wicks. I was going to short the top. I missed it. We're going to chill and wait now. All right, we're actually scalping the micro again. Got ourselves back to green on the day on Top Step here. There's the breakdown. So again, Bed Bath still battling that 750 level here. Micro E-mini breaking down, which what we've been trading today. We'll pull the SPY chart up. Here's the Q. We might start to attack this trend if we get something like a little bounce here. We're right around the previous closing price. So if we get a little pop, we'll short into it. There's a little bit of a pop. We'll take 25 shares. Bed Bath is right back down to the 200 moving average here. We're going to add a little bit more into this. See if we get a more red action in the market. 50 shares of the SPY. There's 75 shares of the SPY. All right, we're starting to cover. We might add back on a pop. 75 shares. Might get 100 shares here if we can. Maybe not. Might not have time for it. All right, so we're starting to capitalize on it. Covering a little bit more. There we go. All right, so we just shorted the SPY some more here. Green since the open on everything. So we are green since the opening bell. So we get another little pop here. I feel like we might test this previous closing price down there. So we're going to take 25 shares. All right, there we go. Starting to get a breakdown. Let's see if we can test that previous closing price. Again, that's what we thought we might. Bouncing back up a little bit. We'll take a little bit more. There's 50 shares. About break even here. We just want to see a flush if we get it. Slightly green. What's ISEE doing? All right, so we're riding this breakdown. Yeah, look at ISEE testing 14s. All right, so we are slowly scalping this. So we are green on the SPY now, kind of making some money on the short side here. But yeah, market's looking bloody red. Man, look at ISEE. Bed Bath still consolidating right at 740s. All right, so we're finally getting a pop back up. We're short into it again. See if we can move it down and test that previous close, but maybe not. Add a little bit more if we get a bounce back up here. There we go. All right, we're going to add some more. There's 50 shares. 75 shares. And we'll go 100 shares here max. There we go. We're in 100 shares of the SPY short. Let's see if we get a flush. We got an upwick. Let's see if we get a rejection. There's the rejection. Scalping this, 25 shares left. Might add a little bit more here. See if we get a move back to test that previous closing price. There's 50 shares. There's 75 again. 50. You're gonna have to cut this pretty soon and get out. Trying to move up. There's the breakdown. There we go. 25 shares left. Trying to be patient here to see if it'll flush. We have ISE trying to hold, and then we have Bed Bath actually holding at 740, so that's not bad. Apple's still coming back down some. Nvidia actually just went green on the day. All right, so we just got out of this. Scalping the SPY on these little pops. Yeah, ISE is just a penny stock pump. You know, we don't really know any justification for the move. It's probably just getting pumped up, to be honest. You know. Nvidia starting to break down too, dragging the SPY down with it here. We'll see if the SPY continues. And again, if you want to trade futures just like I'm trading now, you might see me trade all this. You might see me trade all this and want to trade just like me. You can on Top Step. Top Step funds traders and futures. They give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules and conditions, then they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K. This is a company that's regulated by the U.S. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. It's a really good way to get around the PDT rule if you don't have that much cash and try to get funded. Great way to learn, even if you're not an expert futures trader, even if you just want to learn futures. It's a lot cheaper to go the Top Step route. You get 20% off if you use my link. It's $160 minus that 20% off. And it's just a lot cheaper to go that route than risk thousands of dollars trying to test out the futures market yourself. If you want to see the link to it, there's the link in chat. You can see it right there. All right, we're going to be shorting into this pop on the SPY, 25 shares, cover a little bit more. Kind of see how we're just kind of capitalizing on small little moves on the micro, on the E-mini, on the all these things. Just kind of riding the Q and the SPY down as well. There's ISEE pulling back some. Here's the Q. We have made some trading the E-mini today also. I'm going to short the EQ a little bit down towards these lows here. 25 shares. Catch the breakdown. Try to add on a little pop here, unless it breaks lows again. All right, Q breaking lows still. We don't really have a pop to take advantage of, so we just got to kind of sit and wait. Waiting for a little pop here. Take 25 shares, 50 shares of the Q. Cover. All right, there we go. Took a little bit more off. Market just breaking down now. Market looking weak. And again, here's Top Step right here. So if you want to see what Top Step is, this is Top Step right here. So we're essentially not even looking at the E-mini chart. We're just looking at the SPY chart, and we're playing this chart right here. This is the chart we're playing. So you can see this falls, we profit. Slightly green day on Top Step, not a huge day. We haven't really taken any big swings today either, although it might have been a good day to do it. There we go. All right, we're going to cover there. So we're up about 45 bucks. But again, we're trying to get funded here. So we're in the Combine account, right? So if we look at this here and we look at our actual results, like this week and last week, I don't know if it's this month, you could actually see we're doing pretty good trying to get funded here on Top Step. And so if you want to check it out, again, I'll post this link. Or if you want to check it out, you can always find it in the chat when we post it. So getting a little bit of bounce back in the markets here. A little bit of bounce back. All right, we're scalping it some more here. You can see up about $62, $63. Slowly kind of running my account up here. All right, guys, so we're getting a little bit of a pop here, a little bit of pop. We were almost shorting that, but we're going to wait and just kind of sit back. Yeah, I found my actual range here. So here is my P&L. So we're actually able to put it in a range. So yeah, like here's my top step performance so far. And again, we're up about 1500, about $1,436 uh, on our top step account. And you can see us kind of growing it up. We're up running about 85% accuracy, a little bit under 85%, close to it. And so we're still grinding this up. And again, our goal is to hit 3K in profit. Walmart, we'll see. Yeah, get it by any means. Here's the top step link right there if you want to check it out. Also, again, we try to keep our plugs towards the end of the stream. Y'all check out stonk.tech. I talked to Stonk, and they said that they're going to be debuting their platform hopefully towards the end of this month. And so Stonk Tech is a social media site for traders, kind of like StockTwits, but they're going to give you free tools, free dark pool and option flow access, helping save you money. And their job is to help retail traders. So if you're part of the Ape community or BBBY, this is probably the social media platform for you. Of course, I'm always going to stream on YouTube. But a really dope sponsor, man. They came out to me, and again, they're going to give you free tools. Again, if you think about how much some of these tools cost, their job is to help retail traders. And so if you want to check them out, I'll post this link. I'll consider it a favor if you sign up to them as well. They are a sponsor of our video. Check them out. There's the link. What's up, sub? All right, so we're still breaking down here. We still are breaking down pretty heavily and everything, to be honest. So, kind of a red day, but we have been pretty green since the opening bell and everything. All right, we're going to short Apple right here. 25, 50 shares, maybe get into 100 shares short of Apple. 75. Starting to get a little bit of a breakdown. Waiting for a pullback here at Apple. It's been a red, gloomy day so far in terms of like stock market activity and futures as well. All right, we're at 75 shares. Since it's taking so long, we're going to wait to add this other 25 share position here. All right, we're going to take it there. So there's 100 shares on Apple. Cover a little piece, ride this breakdown here. I'm going to add a little bit more up here and kind of scale in and out. There's 75. 100 shares again on Apple. See if we get a flush. There we go. Cover piece. 50 shares left. Hey, good luck with BBBY. It's trying here. All right, there's the breakdown on Apple. We're going to cover a little piece there. 25 shares left. Trying to ride Apple down, but Apple doesn't want to go as easy. Trying to be patient with it, see if we get a breakdown. Just a bloody, bloody day today. Just a bloody, bloody red day. All right, starting to get a little bit more of a move here. Again, trying to capitalize on more red action. We're going to cover another piece. It's been a good day for shorting. That's for sure. Go ahead and cover there. But, man, look at the market just tank here, man. Just bloody red markets. Hey, baby. You okay? Oh, we got our baby Rosie here, guys. We got our baby Rosie here. Let me see her.
Hey, come here, baby. Oh, man. Oh, come here, baby. Come here. You don't want to be famous, Rosie? Come here. Come here, baby.
She knows. Come here.
Come here, baby. You gonna make me carry you?
Oh.
Oh, she's okay. Here. I'm gonna move this up a bit. There you go. We got our baby dog Rosie. Come here, baby. Oh, come here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good girl.
She's just the sweetest. How heavy you think she is?
Oh,
She's so sweet.
Hey.
She's so
Here,
sweet.
point the camera down. That's my baby girl.
Oh, wait, hang on.
That's my baby girl.
There you go.
That's my baby. You just a
She's
good girl.
so sweet. Oh,
This is
she's
puppy
so
dog
regal. She's like
Yes.
a regal puppy. She's so spoiled.
She really is. All right, baby.
That's your baby, huh?
You just a baby girl.
That's so sweet.
You just
Thank you.
you just a baby girl. Ugh.
She's giving love.
All right, baby. All right, baby. Come on. There you go. All right.
You're gonna pick her up and bring her up there when you do that. When we come in here.
That's Rosie. That's Rosie the puppy. She's still a puppy. She's like a little bit less than a year old. Oh, bro, she's a baby. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something.
Cindy's big, bro. Cindy's big. All right, baby Rosie. I'll see you later, puppy dog. Baby girl. All right, guys. Honestly, the market's been so red, I haven't even wanted to mess with it. Like, we've been shorting and shorting into each of these little pops in both futures and stocks. But it's been so red, there's not been much to do. And eventually one of these pops is going to go against us, you know. Let's see, we get a flush. We've been so red today. It's been so bloody today. We're short in the futures market too. Go ahead and cover that. Cover this here on the SPY. So we've been shorting into these little pops and it's been working, but I doubt it's going to work forever, you know. Q breaking lows again here. Just looking weak. All right, Bed Bath is at about 740s. Brian, Brian, I'm going to teach you something, Brian. Number one, I can't tell if you're a bot or what you are, but I'm going to tell you something, Brian, okay?
That's not how you grow on YouTube, bro. You grow on YouTube by putting out content people want to see. If you spam other people's channels, it is going to burn bridges. People aren't going to like you. They're going to say, hey, that guy needs to spam other people just to grow. Like, that's not how you grow, bro. That's how newbies think you grow, you know? Like, the way you grow is not by spamming your content on other people's channel. That's just going to make me ban you, and you'll never have a shot of working with any of us. You know what I mean? Like, the way you grow is by putting out content people want to see, and you got to reach out. Like, that type of marketing doesn't work. It just gets you either banned by YouTube or banned from the channel, you know, creators themselves, right? So that's not how you grow. You know, it just ends up making your channel look bad because people know that you're sending people to spam other channels. So it's like people just want to, you know, they want to support you even less. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm trying to help these people, bro. Nobody ever listens to me, man. Nobody ever listens, bro. I'm trying to help. Like, I really am. Like, listen, the way you grow on YouTube is not by spamming other people's content. You grow on YouTube by putting out content people want to see and optimizing your metadata. That's all it is. You know, you put out content people want to see, you optimize your metadata. That's it, man. You don't have to spam other people's channels. You're just going to get banned, man. I'm not even going to ban you, you know. Or I guess you are banned. Okay. But that's okay. Yeah, all good, dude. All right, guys. Man, market breaking lows again, just dumping down here. I don't even know what to do. Everything just blood red. You know? I might have to get out of my Intel trade, really, though. Intel just keeps on dropping. I might have to just wait. We got too many things that could impact markets negatively here. So it might be time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I cut my Intel position? I think it's time. I'm going to go ahead and cut it and just clap my hands together and say no more. We ended up buying DraftKings this morning, too. And we're down $12. That'll be okay. Maybe we'll add to that one on a dip. That one might be one we DCA into. We ended up covering Snap. So we got out of Snap literally the day that Snap ran. We made hundreds covering on it, like the day it ran. So we got out of Snap. We got out of Aapl too and made money on that one. I'm not gonna DCA into Intel anymore. I've been averaging into it for the last couple of days. I only had a couple. I lost 100. I lost about 250 on that trade on Intel. I just cut it. It's all good, man. Like I said, we're very green, and I think part of swing trading, you're not gonna make money on everyone. And whenever they just keep on dropping, you got to just cut it after a while. And that's fine. Like I said, we're green on our swing trades. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close it down, guys. There's just not a lot. It's just a bloody red market. I'm going to go ahead and see you guys later. Love you all. Y'all take the time, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Certainly appreciate all the love and support we get here, guys. Hit the notification bell. Again, y'all check out Alpha Insider. Alpha Insider is where you can track a lot of people's swing trades. Speaking of swing trades, look at this guy, for instance. He's up 900% over the past 5 years. Over the last year, he's up 460%. Over the last month, he's up 10%. And you can track this dude's trade for trade. You can see a lot of this cool stuff here. We're also going to be putting out our swing traders on there. I think we only have our Intel trade, which is wrong. We didn't lose this much on Intel. So I'm going to have to redo this because we didn't take this big of a position. So I think I got it mixed up with like my share sizes. We didn't buy 230 shares of Intel. That was too big. And so we'll have to fix that. But you can track our swing trades on here as well. So if you want to track to see what we're doing in terms of swing trading, I'll post this link. And yeah, guys, with that said, good luck. Y'all stay safe in the market. It's a bloody red day, and I think eventually we might rebound. And if we do, we might add some more. The next data release, Cal, it depends on which one. The next CPI data, you can check out Alpha Insider. The link is in the chat. The next CPI data release is next Tuesday. The next Fed meeting is September 20th and 21st. So good luck, guys. Love you all. Have a good day. Stay safe. Yeah, they don't all win 100%. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Good luck. We'll see you guys next time.